Howdy.
Good morning. Hey.
Hello.
Morning, afternoon, midday. I think it's a little bit of everything for everybody.
We cover the world, man.
We do.
We do. All sides.
The Cool Kids Club is reaching out there, getting everywhere. Oh man, Michael, let's start with you. You've got some news. How is your week going?
It's a very busy week this week, let me tell you, with everything that's going on with me. I'm still fasting. Day 7 is done. I'm working towards day 8 now. Um, Had a computer malfunction yesterday, so I am not on a computer today. So I'm doing this by my phone. So if the camera's shaking, I am sorry. If I look different or whatever.
You know what's happening is the powers that be, the deep state, the cabal is trying to take out our IT guy to keep us from talking
from
about
spreading
steaks.
the news, man. That's right. That's what they're trying to do, bastards.
Exactly. Ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. Michael's resilient.
I am.
It was impressive. You had your tower all completely dissected, and we're going on it. So
I'll be back up and running this week.
yeah,
hard drive went bad on me, but
We're so
can't let you
glad
guys
you're
can't let you guys do the show without me.
heck no, we appreciate it. I was like, who's gonna hit the buttons?
I know. Well, I can't hit them tonight, but I'm here.
Right. Yeah. So, if you notice that there's a slight quality downgrade tonight on links and all things technical,
Yeah. Somebody slacking.
Yeah, it's because it's on us now.
Yeah.
So
and I tend to break things. I press the wrong buttons and break everything. So
I can't even start stuff. I don't think. Let me see.
Ooh.
Oh, I can bring them up.
You bring them up, but you can't star them.
No, I can star. That's fine.
All right.
That's okay. I'm just saying that the bar has been set high, and today you're going to be under delivered.
I know. Step up, Todd.
Get on. Just be graceful. A minute, but because we will be back to our higher quality shortly once we get Michael back in full speed.
I tried.
I know. I'm not going to name any names, but if this was maybe I shouldn't throw crap, but I'm just wanting to say if this was a few other channels, I know they would be putting out a wish list for a new NASA computer.
Never. You will never see that with me.
I know we won't. This turd won't even let me help him get a hard drive because he's stubborn, as stubborn can be.
I am. Yeah. Can't help it.
But it's awesome. There's Keith.
There he is. Mr. Famous now. He's doing interviews with everybody.
He is. And what does he do? He just goes out and does it with the Baroness of Beef,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, even before we got on there.
Now we know why we call him Kiwi Daddy.
Yeah, I know. I know why.
He dressed up for that one too.
Oh, I didn't get to watch it yet.
Of course he did. He was trying to get digits for sure all day long.
Or a date.
There's a few people here already, which is cool.
Howdy. Thank you so much. Yep. Yeah, fun stuff. Lindy, man, you've been working so much. Every time I see you, you're in a car or working.
I haven't seen her at all.
No, I've been jumping on the SBG chats because it's an hour drive from home to the shop where my daughter works. So I just jump on the SBG chats. So I can't talk or anything, but I'm in the dark. I look a bit crazy in the dark there on my phone, but a bit busy with my daughter. Today's my day off, Monday, because I'm like, Monday I have to sit here and do my live stream. It's the only day I've got off. Otherwise, I'm working at the flower shop, and being Mother's Day this week, it's going to be crazy in there. So, yeah, but I did have an interview with is it Epoch Times?
Epoch, yeah.
Yeah. So that went well. I can post a link. I think I've got that here. But yeah, she got a few facts wrong, but other than that, it was a pretty good interview.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll pop the link in the chat. You can have a look at that. And that's really all. I don't really have much to report.
Oh man, let's see. It was busy. I just had a massive omelet and some pork for dinner. That was tasty, but it was a busy week. We started a new live open forum thing at SBG that's been busy, and then busy work week, and then I also have a guy helping me with editing now, so new video. So if my latest videos suck, it's not my fault. I hired a guy.
Believe me, that'll be a lot better than what you can put out, Todd. I've seen your shorts.
You didn't like that short I put out. It was an absolute abomination to videos. Oh man, Michael's shrinking right in front of us.
He is, yeah.
Mhm.
You're looking so lean and
Down 27 pounds with this fast so far. It's
That awesome?
all fluid.
Yep, it's just fluid, and man, that's a good topic. And then we'll get to some questions. But it's like now that we're all going through this kind of together, do you see this kind of push pull, like the tide going in and out? Like you lose fat, and then water takes its place.
Comes back. Yep.
Yeah, and then you get a little bummed out about it. You're a little weighted down. Your body heals, and then you move some fluid. It comes off, and you'll watch the average going down nice and slowly, but that little ebbs and flows of fat leaving and water coming back is a real thing, you know?
Yep. And I know I lost some weight too, because what's been fueling me for this past week. So, and my energy's been super high. So it's got to be some fat too that I'm burning.
Yep, for sure. Yep. Jill sees it. Oh, we were both hitting buttons at the same time. I put her.
It's not me today, so it's you guys.
I know.
Yeah.
We were thinking the same thing, but yeah, Keith and Jill see it for sure.
Yeah, we all do. Yeah. But I'm the same. I put on a couple of kilos this week. I'm like, how? I'm hardly eating anything, but my legs, I can feel the fluid in my legs, and that's because of the late nights and driving and not being on my vibration plate or rebounder. So I'm really out of whack at the moment. Yeah. But what do you do?
Just keep pushing forward. It's all you can do.
I think you relax and you just stay the course and trust the program, trust the process.
Yeah, I know it's temporary. So
yeah, it really is. And I think that's a kind of a message we need to start letting people know, because that you got to be patient. You really do. That's one of the biggest things, is just be resolved in the fact that this is going to take some years. But the good news is you're going to get younger as you're doing it. You're going to get stronger. You're going to feel better.
You also got to think about how much time it took you to get to where you were at too. It's just that you didn't put the weight on overnight. So you got to have it in your mind that it's going to take time to drop it as well.
Absolutely. No, and it does. And I mean, honestly, this is just the carnivore calm talking, but honestly, I feel better and more resilient knowing that I think back at all the times that I did crazy things to dramatically lose a bunch of weight. And then what happened? My body put it back on every time.
Right. Same with me. I've done it so many times.
Yep. And so we know that our body doesn't like that, And
then what does that do? It just gets you disgusted and more depressed, and you end up eating more because you say, why am I even doing this?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. Cause you're just like, oh man, I put myself through torture to do these dramatic
For
things.
what? Right.
And it comes back. But that's because our body doesn't like that. It tries to put back on,
what is lost. It doesn't understand what's going on. Yeah.
Body pulls from fat cell. Yeah, it's called whooshing, right? Yep, I heard that too, whooshing.
Yep.
And it's, from what I understand, the body pulls from fat cells and replaces it with water, then dumps it when it deems proper. Yeah, 100%. Yep, and we see it happening all the time, and so it's like this ebbs and flows back and forth. You're like, yeah, and especially it's like when we were talking to Liz and Keith the other day, it's like having a reservoir. And the more weight that you lose, the bigger your reservoir is. And so the swings can get ridiculous. And that's why when we're trying to relay our process here and our progress, it's like I can fluctuate 35, 40 pounds in a week, right? Depending on if I'm whooshing or if I'm fasting or whatever and getting rid of fluid. Man, it's crazy. Yeah, no, Michael looks like he's got half the size.
I can feel it. I can feel it. I really, in my legs especially, I can really feel it.
Absolutely. But let's see here. So I had we've been doing a little bit of focus group, and I had some feedback that we need to get to the questions quicker so that we don't get so backed up. And I'm like, all right, we're here for the people. I'm going to start the questions so we don't get so backed up. That is the feedback that I have gotten. Todd, I recently stopped drinking sparkling water, and my AFib is getting better. Wow.
Awesome.
That is awesome. Congratulations. And also surprising. I don't know why sparkling water was doing that, but definitely adding it down to the.
And check out the Champion Within's YouTube channel too. He's got a great channel.
I definitely will. Oh, also, I want to give an update because I did the interview with Carnivore Nation a while back, and I was planning on starting a no sparkling water at the first of this month, and then I thought better of it. I'm going to do it after I get back from Texas, because if I don't drink sparkling water and get it in a bottle, I'm not going to have an option to drink water at a restaurant, because what I do not want to do is drink city water in the restaurants and get the disaster pants, because I'm off
the fluoride.
Yeah,
or the fluoride.
Yep. So I don't want the fluoride. I don't want different water, because that tends to make my stomach a little bit crazy. And so I just want to drink sparkling water while I'm there, because every restaurant will have club soda or something, So I'm going to do that, and mainly because I want bottled water. I want to try to stay with this. But even if they don't have Pellegrino or Topo Chico or something, they'll have at least club soda.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to change when I get back, because I don't like the idea of drinking tap water in Austin. I drink well water where I'm at, and it's super clean. And I think, like Michael said, with the fluoride and the gross stuff in there, it's not going to be it. But the Champion Within, I will definitely be hitting you up and letting you know how it goes once I get back from Texas and I go for a 90-day without sparkling water. So, all right.
Alexander just started Carnivore, and I've been told that I'm crazy and that I'm going to die.
No, you won't. Promise you won't.
Alexandra, what are people that aren't doing carnivore dying from? That's the question. It's so funny. It's so funny, right? 74% of the Earth's population has metabolic disease, obesity, overweight. They're all at risk for cancer, type 3 diabetes, which is Alzheimer's, MS, all these things. What's so funny is they'll sit here and they will tell you the risks of people that dairy eat carnivore, but they pretend like there's no risks at what we're all doing. If there was no risks at what we're all doing, none of us would be eating carnivore. We're doing it because the standard American diet is so deadly, and it so robs you of your quality of life,
And I honestly don't think I would be here if I hadn't have started Carnivore. Like I was on the verge of a heart attack and everything before. Like I was on foot in the grave.
No, I completely agree with that. And I know for a fact that I wouldn't have been here. I was down to my last few months, if that. And I needed to make a change. That's why I did this.
Guaranteed. I know what you mean. We're all in that same boat. That's something we
Yep.
have in common. And so, yeah, you're not alone. But people, well, you have to understand, and this is why we can just kind of calm down about it now, Alexandria, is that the people that are telling you this are drug addicts and they're all hooked on sugar. And what you're doing is you're threatening their
Way of life.
yeah, their way of being an addict, right? You're daring to take away their excuse to be an addict on sugar and junk, and they don't like it. It's hard to get off that stuff, and when you dare try to make a case that threatens their ability to enable and back up their habits by saying, "Well, this stuff's not healthy," and so the last food pyramid said Fruit Loops are, so I better eat Fruit Loops because I believe in science.
Mhm.
It's like people want to be lied to so that they can enable their addiction because sugar is 8 times more addictive than heroin. It's as plain as that.
Yes, exactly.
You
And
know,
it truly is. Yes.
absolutely. If if the same people told you that, or if you told the same people that you were going to eat, I don't know, Snickers bars, right? You're going to go on the all Snickers bar diet. I bet they wouldn't even had, they probably would have said you're going to get fat, but they wouldn't even said it was going to kill you. Surely, if you said you're going to have the all McDonald's diet, they would have been like, well, yeah, that's probably not so bad. Just what those they would say something stupid like watch your calories, like, some nonsense. But yeah, so you're not alone. Hey, Jill.
Michael, how is the fast? When did the hunger pains stop? What day?
I have to say the fast is going great. That they come, but they don't stay long, the hunger pains. I really didn't think I was going to make it this long. I really thought I'd go maybe a day or two because I really didn't prep for this. I only had 4 eggs last Sunday and a little bit of meat. And sure, I had some hunger pains here and there, but they disappear. They go away. And now I haven't been hungry at all today, and it's day 7. So just push through and you can do it. If you're thinking about a fasting, sure, you might get a little bit here and there of, but they don't last long. 5-10 minutes if that. I'm not white knuckling at all.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
And
fasting.
I'm just trying to set up a mount for me.
no worries. Let's see. Well, that's awesome. On to the next one. I am over 300 pounds. Binge eating. Tried every diet was last year on Carnivore, but lost no weight. It is hard to carry this weight. I was up on GLP-1 for 2 months, but I think it's not the solution. What? 300 pounds, binge eating, tried every diet, Carnivore, lost no weight. Carnivore last year, but not lost no weight. Well, I'd have to say, what's your definition of carnivore? First of all, because that tends to get people in trouble sometimes. It's got to be pretty streamlined. And then also, did you notice any benefits? How long did you notice any benefits and all of those things? So there's a lot there. There's so many questions.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think you need to think about your body needs to heal. We don't know what other conditions you have. It's not about losing weight. We do this for healing, and the weight loss is the cherry on top in the end. And for us to say that is a powerful statement, I believe.
Yeah. And don't let the scale control your life. I've been stalled for 3 months now. I haven't lost anything, and I gained weight. So, but I know that this is still doing me good. I was still feeling better. My skin was looking better during this whole time. So don't worry about the scale. The scale lies to you and likes to play mind games with you.
Right. Well, and we can all see what's happening to you. Like, I don't care what the
Yeah,
scale
you're
says.
thinking.
Right.
The
That's what's
scale's not. Yeah.
right. And it's because before we were all inflamed and we're all swollen and we're all bloated and we're all full of light fat. Right. And then you put on dense, healthy bone density and muscle and, healthy tissue.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, obviously it weighs more than fat. And also, our body is in this is a healing diet, and we are all malnourished, because we ate junk that was not what our body needed. So it's focusing on healing first, healing your mitochondria, healing your
Most
tissue,
important.
yeah,
Yep.
healing your mind, healing your hormones, making you strong, and then it'll work on the fat. It doesn't really, you and your body are on different teams when it comes to that. Where our bodies are not on team lose fat. It doesn't care. It's on team get healthy, get strong. So
And to us, this isn't a diet. This is a lifestyle. This
Lifestyle
is a
change.
permanent change. Yeah, we're not thinking once we get to our goal rate that we're going to go back and eat how we did or moderate or do all that. We just will fall into the same patterns that got us into trouble in the first place. So,
right, and I mean, and that's fair, right? Because would you go to rehab to get off heroin and then come out after 6 months and go, all right, now that I'm feeling better, I'm gonna have a little heroin? Like, you don't do that.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what we have to understand, is that the thing that we're healing up from is a drug addiction that was tearing our body apart, and it was making us sick. And it's so addictive. And now that we're doing it, there's, you wouldn't go back and say, hey, now that I'm feeling better, I'm going to go have meth in moderation or heroin in moderation. Like, no,
you can't do that.
No, it's not what we're meant to live on. It's not what we're supposed to have. And, there are bits that maybe you could make a case that at once upon a time we had, a little bit of fruit or vegetables here or there. But whatever leeway we had to do that, I think most of us that are in the boat, especially us three, like, we used up all of our leeway there. Like, we have no we have no grace area there anymore. Like, we just can't play with it, right? So, and there's a lot of people that are going to find themselves in that same situation where we're going to need to stay, on the other side of the road here for quite a while, pretty much always permanently when it comes to sugar, but not even really dipping our toe into the fruit or whatever area. Because maybe if we were healthy, maybe if we did it longer, we could do that. But we have no room to mess around anymore.
Nope.
What do you recommend as overeater? I can't eat until full. So much fat on carnivore. I think it's also not good in my situation. Can you give me some advice, please?
Eat until full, for sure. Like, you think that you're overeating because you're worried about the weight, but that's just the thing. The answer is eat. So you think that you're used to being an overeater because you couldn't stop yourself when you wanted to, but what we don't realize is there was a reason we were hungry. There's a reason that our brain was screaming for food, and it wasn't because we didn't have enough calories. I mean, God knows I had a couple million stored calories. Like, I wasn't out of fuel or worried about running out of fuel. But we eat for fuel, but we also eat for nutrients and building blocks that our body needs, and we weren't eating the building blocks that we needed, the amino acids, the animal fats, the proteins, the collagens. We weren't eating that stuff. And so we would get hungry and we would go feed it a bunch of nutriently deficient, empty calorie junk. Our body would have to fight with it to get, to handle the blood sugar. But then it would tell us to eat again because it was still looking for the building blocks. And you can't control that any more than you can control holding your breath. Like, how long can you hold your breath? The same part of your brain screams for air that screams for nutrients because it's trying to keep you from having organ failure and dying. And so it's not just simply overeating, and there's that part plus the dopamine fix from the sugar because it's so addictive. Your body's either wanting a fix or it's wanting nutrients, and like you can't fight that. The answer to fix that is literally eating protein and fat in large quantities and let your body heal. And especially if you're having a craving for sugar, eat fat and protein. Eat fat and protein every time, all that you can eat, until the cravings go away, until you can't find any room to eat the other stuff, the sugar. Eat fat and protein every time, and then that'll start to go away and your body will get healed. And then you'll get leptin sensitivity back, and that'll all take care of itself. But what do you think, Lindy?
Yeah, definitely. Just eat until you're not craving anymore, because I think that's what your body is wanting. Food is wanting nourishment, and the food that we were eating wasn't providing that. So that's why we always had the cravings, always searching for the next meal. And that's where priming is fantastic. You prime, eat 3 meals a day until you're full, and eventually you just gradually start the intermittent fast. So you eventually reduce the amount that you're eating, and that just happens naturally. So, yeah.
Yep. And, I had to, it's counterintuitive for sure. But if you're in this spot and you're here on this channel and you're looking for this answer, I'm going to guess you've tried restricting calories before and it's never worked. So you've probably tried that a million times like we all did, and it never ended well. It was never the answer. So just remember that and try this one time. Try this for 90 days, 120 days, and just kind of get over the fact that you're eating a bunch of calories, even if you're gaining weight. It's good weight this time. All right. It's your healing weight. It's not fat. It's not empty sugar, weight. It's healing weight. You're going to build muscle and you're going to build collagen and healthy tissue. So let yourself heal, All right.
Yeah. What is it? May 12th, is it? Sunday? Yeah,
Is it May
Sunday
12th?
the 12th. Yeah, that's Mother's Day in Australia. Is it the same for you guys?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's very, very close to my birthday, actually. I forget that happens because me and Mom are. Sometimes my birthday is on Mother's Day. That's kind of funny.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyone have a guess on why non-red meat and seafood just aren't as filling? Non-red meat and seafood just aren't as filling. There's way less. Well, I'm gonna guess because there's less fat in it. There's way less satiety if I eat carnivore foods other than beef or lamb. I'm gonna guess it's the fat, right? Because I've been eating a lot of pork loin, and I have to add so much fat to it because it's so lean.
Lean, yeah. No, that's the problem.
Yeah, I definitely feel ruminant is more filling.
Yeah.
I can eat it and then just don't think about food for ages. Where if I eat chicken or anything else, within an hour I'm start craving again. So
right. I mean, when was the last time you seen a marbled fish or marbled shrimp or marbled, it's other than bacon. Bacon's got a high fat content, but like most pork, almost all chicken, it's just the fat content.
They call it the whoosh. From what I understand, your body pulls fat from the cells and replaces it with water, and then dumps it when it deems proper. Yeah.
100%. All right.
Hi, Paulette. Have either of you done the SPG priming protocol? My second day. Thanks.
Yep. Yeah, I did.
Yes, we have. All of us have.
Yep. And we are fans. I did it for 6 months before things healed up, but before things got satiated and I could fast. But yeah, for sure.
This is a lifestyle, not a diet, and recovery takes less time than it took to gain all the weight and unhealthy lifestyle. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely. 100% true.
I hate the word diet.
I know. And for me, diet and religion are like the same term because I hate the word religion. But when people say, "Are
Right.
you religious?" I'm like, I'm a Christian, but I hate religious. And also when they say, "Are you on that carnivore diet?" And I'm like, well, I mean, I eat properly for my species, if that's what you mean. Like, you know, but yeah, I get what you mean. It's hard, right?
I fast 2 days a week for 4 weeks and have not lost an ounce. Measurements are changing. Yeah,
Absolutely.
the measurements do change, and that's what
Yeah,
you need to focus on. Focus on your
that's right.
clothes. How well do they fit? And
That's right. How you feel? How's your skin feel? Is it tight? Is your face going down? There's so much
yeah,
more than the number on a scale. The scale doesn't show everything. Look at the bigger picture.
I
Yeah.
think
Now,
carnivores are naturally heavier because you've got more bone density and more muscle mass. So
Yeah.
the fat may be reducing, but you're gaining all this in these other areas.
right. Well, and we have a couple of things like people that are doing carnivore to lose weight also are doing that because they're overweight. When you're overweight, you have a bigger frame and more bone density. And then when you start eating carnivore, you're even going to have a bigger frame and even more bone density because your body is healing to carry this weight. It's like, okay, this is the load, right? Because our body responds to the load we put on it. This is exactly why weightlifters get bigger. This is
Yeah.
why what do they call that? Those kinetic energy machines that they put in the space shuttles and stuff for the space station, because they need the resistive weight. So they have those cable
Right.
machines so that they can create pressure on their skeletons and their muscles in space. Because when they stay up there for like 8 months, their bones will deteriorate if they don't have pressure on it. And the only thing that keeps their bones from getting brittle and breaking down is putting pressure on it. So when you're big and you put that much weight on it, that's what our body responds to, and that's why weightlifters get big and get bigger bones. And so when you have that weight on you and you start eating carnivore and nourishing the body, you're going to get kind of jacked. You're going to be kind of a tank for a little while. And maybe you don't want to be that way, but that's going to be a transition that you're going to go through because you're going to be a little sturdy. It's just going to happen because it's how it works. But then you know, you can work on your composition how you want later, but uh, you got to get healthy first.
On the 8th, I will be 4 months carnivore now. Since the switch, I dropped 25 pounds my first month, and I have been consistently dropping 10 to 12 pounds a month. Well
Awesome.
done.
Congratulations, man.
Awesome
Excellent.
job, Joseph.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are so
Keep it
happy
up.
for you. Yeah, and keep us informed, man. And what I really want to know is, how do you feel? Do you feel
Hmm.
stronger? Do you feel happier? Do you feel just
Oh, I'm
more
sure.
energy? Yeah, he's got to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Todd, didn't you say that when you drank sparkling water that you get dizzy?
I don't. I don't specifically, not me, but my brother does, and his kids do. And that's he brought it to my attention. Now I do get dizzy every once in a while when I get out of bed or when I'm laying down. I haven't been able to tell. I can't link that directly to sparkling water yet because I don't have a direct correlation. It usually happens when I am fasting, which is pretty normal because your blood pressure gets very low when you're fasting.
Hmm.
And so I think that's all that's happening to me. But I will let you know once I stop taking it. Now, my brother for sure has linked it directly to the sparkling water, and so has his kids. So that's why that brought it up, and that's why I want to do a test. But it doesn't affect me like that. But I'm curious that maybe I'm just not aware of what it is doing to me, and I do drink a lot of it. Like it is my
Go to.
closest thing that I have to any kind of addiction right now is my sparkling water. Like I woke up very angry this morning because I put in a curbside order at Walmart for, well, yesterday I had a curbside order at Walmart for Topo Chico and glass bottles, and I got these stupid plastic bottles that they substituted of San Pellegrino.
Wait. Should I be shorting Instacart right now?
Yeah, you just about should. And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go on a deal here because I was trying to get it at Walmart curbside, and they substitute it for plastic bottles. So now every drink I take out of this tastes like a plastic toilet lid. It makes me really pissed about it. And so I tried to order more Topo Chico last night to pick up this morning before I started my live stream, and they were out of Topo Chico. They don't have any glass bottle mineral water at all at Walmart. And I'm like, how is that possible? And so, and Costco was out of glass bottle San Pellegrino, which is why I went to Walmart in the first place. So, yeah, next I'm going to have to go to one of the Safeway stores or whatever. But see, I did that last time, and they sent me the Twist of Lime Topo Chico and the glass bottles. It's getting really hard to get glass bottles around here. So, but I will tell you guys after I get back from Texas, because I'm going to be going straight to well water. So, howdy.
Hey.
Decided
Did we work out who? Damn it, Jim! I'm a carnivore. Who did we work out who that was?
Yeah, we did. I think it is Mama Cracker. Yep, for sure. Yeah. That's why she put her carnivore suit on for sure. That's awesome. Hi, Mama.
I made my take on the beef body cream, as the creams I've tried not getting rid of dry skin on my right leg. I put it all over last night. This morning I'm not oily and the dry skin feeling better.
Oh wow.
Awesome.
I saw Chafee's advertising some soap and skin products that are tallow. I was thinking.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I've got some. I get mine from Tassie Tallow. I don't know. It's whipped balm, lemon myrtle. It's okay, but I find it gets a little bit slimy sometimes.
A little slimy.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I'd love to know what your recipe is, Josephine.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but it does smell good.
That is good. I'm gonna have to try some. My new pants still fit, and that's all that matters to me.
That's awesome. That's right.
Yeah, absolutely, John. I'm gonna have to go get some pants. I was just thinking today, like, oh, I gotta go. I hate clothes shopping worse than anything. Like, I hate it, and I'm gonna have to go clothes shopping before I come to Texas because I look like I'm wearing clown pants right now. Like, it really does look like clown pants. It's like I need a hula hoop to go around the waist of my pants because I just keep them on with these suspenders, hold them up.
Yeah.
They're just so big. I can now put like 2 legs in each pant leg. You know, it's crazy.
Well, I'm in a bit of a pickle because all the winter stock's out now, and I'm trying to buy t-shirts. I didn't want to, I wanted to wait till closer to the trip, and I can't find any t-shirts anywhere. So,
does it snow in Australia ever?
No, but it's all long sleeve stuff, and in Texas they're saying it's going to be very hot. I need short sleeves. Yeah,
you can buy them when you get here. Buy them when you get here.
Yeah,
That'll take a shot.
Then you can have, for sure. Then you can have American.
I'm sure he'd love that. You guys don't like shopping.
I hate it. I will drive you to stores where you can go in and get stuff, and I'll drink a Topo Chico in the air conditioning. But yeah, for sure. I'm hating the thought of it too. I'm gonna have to go on a road trip, and we have I think we have 2 Fat Guy stores here now in Montana. I'm gonna have to go to, but for sure.
It takes a while for your liver to begin to heal. You won't lose weight until your liver begins to heal. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's true too.
It's going to prioritize what it needs to do.
Yep. Absolutely. 100%. It just takes some time.
Yes, a journey and a lifestyle, almost 6 years, 5 years clean keto and 10 more carnivore. Remember why you want, 10 months carnivore. Remember why you want to live and be healthy. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
No worries, I got you.
Oh,
I got you. Whack, whack, whack. Absolutely, Susan. It is, and it's just it is going to be what it is. But I love that as you're doing it, all the noise quiets down, all the nonsense. Your path becomes clear. The I don't know, the process becomes clear, and you just are pretty happy with it. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm like,
I'm
I got
happy.
200 pounds to lose, and plus I got to have a whole bunch of skin surgeries and all this stuff. But the good news is I'm no longer wondering what I'm going to do about it, right? I'm no longer fighting carb cravings or food problems or feeling bad or wanting to eat a bullet or any of those things.
That's
Now
right.
I'm like, okay, I found the answer. It is working. Every day's better. I just do this and it's whatever I'm going to get as healthy as this, as healthy as possible doing this for sure. And now it's just stay the course type game.
Sorry. So you guys, I lost our spot. I'm trying to
No worries. I got you.
get into position here.
Not a worry.
I'm off my A game today.
Hi, Shelley. How are you going? We miss you.
Michael is looking. He's half Michael now.
Oh no, I'm not.
You look like it.
But
Yes.
my face is skinnier though. No,
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah, I've
That's
seen
what I'm
that.
saying. Your orange hat used to look too tiny.
It's red.
It's orange.
It's red.
sorry. I know that it's red at your end, but by the time it comes through the internet pixels, it looks orange.
Oh, it's red in Australia. I can see
Is
it's
it
red.
red there too? Yeah. Or
Yes.
orange? Or red or orange?
She said
Red.
it was red.
Red. Yeah, she
Yeah.
sees it red. So I think
Yeah.
it's your problem, Todd.
I see it like it's a little bit redder than hemi orange. Okay, that looks red when you do that. Yeah, that's red. But when
Yeah.
you're
It's a faded red. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Hi,
There we go.
Elspeth. Are you tracking either protein and fat or calories?
I am not.
I
Nothing.
kind of am. Yeah,
Todd's a numbers guy.
I am a numbers guy, and I like about 140 to 150 grams of protein a day, around 300 grams of fat a day. Now, that is off kilter a little bit because I'm prioritizing eggs for hormones because I want to have a high testosterone number. I want to get high score. That's like playing Pac-Man or something for me. I want to get high score on my next blood test when I check my testosterone. So right now it's a little bit over that, but it's going good. A colorblind electrician. So funny thing about that is I know of several colorblind electricians actually, and it's really funny. I have quite a few stories about that. I am not one of them though, but honestly, my computer did an update about 2 weeks ago, and my camera colors are all off too. Like when I look, doesn't my camera look way darker than it usually does?
Today it's dark. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been going back and forth, and since I did a camo update for my video camera software that I'm using, everything's all jacked up, and the colors on my screen are all jacked up. So I don't know. That could be it too. But I'm not colorblind, Sandra. that is funny because that is a problem with electricians. Actually, it's like remember in The Hangover when he's like, "I got light gray, medium gray, and dark gray. Which one do I got?"
Do all of you incorporate fasting now?
I know I do.
I am.
Michael is. Lindy does some too, right?
More intermittent fasting. Just naturally, I'm just not
Right.
hungry, so yeah, I'm busy, so I just eat whenever, once a day or sometimes twice.
Just no white knuckle fasts. Easy
No.
fast.
That's right.
Yep. Healthy fast.
Has anyone tried the Maldon sea salt? I love the smoked version. I got a month
Nope.
ago.
Oh
I
yeah.
haven't seen the smoked version, but yeah, Maldon, I love it.
It's all the way in the other room, or I'd bring it in here. But yeah, I've got the Malden smoked, and I got two big buckets of like I got the big bucket, and then I got the big bucket of Malden. So I got Malden coming out my ears, but I do love it. Yep.
Wow.
Oh wow, we got a new member. Check that out.
Hi, Mary.
Yay.
Much
Hi, Mary.
appreciate you, Mary. Oh, can we do the thing where we give away memberships?
You can go to your YouTube channel and pull up the live stream, and then you can drop them. Yeah, you can do it now.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that before I leave here tonight. Somebody's getting. I'm gonna give away 10 of them because I got to start doing members live streams, and I only got like 5 members, so I'm gonna bump that up to 15 because I tried to do a members only live stream and it was crickets in there. Right on. Tried. Yes, we did. We'll go on to the next one. Let's see.
Yeah, buy a soda stream, Todd. Do you have one?
We did, and I don't know what I did with it. However, my favorite appliance maker ever, and anybody that's seen any of my videos should know who makes my favorite.
Ninja.
Yep, they have a new like soda stream thing that they just came out with. I think it's called the beverage something or other, but it's like a soda stream. And it looks cool, but their real claim to fame is that you get to mix all these crazy syrups, you know? And I was like, I'm not going to do any of those, but Ninja does now make a soda stream. So I thought that was
Are they glass bottles? I've seen a few that have glass bottles, and I'm thinking of changing mine up.
I think you can buy glass bottles for the soda stream.
Can you?
I think mine's a very old one, and the new bottles, I don't know if they're going to.
They're a little different, but
yeah.
I think you can.
I don't know. I didn't see in the commercial. I saw it on YouTube. It was a Ninja. I forget what they call it. It was called like the Ninja beverage mixer or something. I don't know, but I saw it and I was like, and then I was like, oh, it's all about syrups because they got because they're all. And
we don't want the syrups, but
no. But still, to make carbonated water, so you're fine.
And I surely might end up doing that. I really want to get one that's like I want to get a carbonated water. Like, first of all, I got to figure it out if it's making me if there's any side effects to drink carbonated water. If there's not, I would like to get one that hooks right to my tap and makes it cold, and you just turn it on and it just puts out
and uses the big tanks.
Yeah,
instead of the little ones that they rip you off on.
Yep, exactly.
Yep, just go to a beverage store and buy them. That's what I plan on doing.
Yeah, that's what I should do for sure.
Hi, Susan. Had my yearly physical and blood work done. Doctor was very pleased with my continued great health and normal lab results. He said he loves having patients like me, and he's not writing prescriptions. Congrats,
awesome,
Susan! Yay!
Awesome job.
That's awesome, and you got a good doctor. It sounds like.
Yeah.
He's not all butthurt about you not, being high score of how many, prescriptions you're taking a month,
I just saw my doctor on Wednesday, and she was happy. Wow. The only thing she doesn't like is the LDL. From my last blood test, but I told her I'm not worried about it. From where I was to where I am now, my life has changed so much that I'm not worried about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man. What was did it show a difference in A1C?
I don't think it was on there. Next blood, I'm going to make sure. Next blood work I have, probably within 3 months, I'm going to make sure it's on there.
That's awesome.
Anyone add butter to coffee? I do sometimes.
I put a little tallow in mine this week. It was good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Was it? Okay, interesting.
That's awesome. I drink nothing but water and sparkling water, so I don't.
I've been playing with an egg cooker the last couple of days. You can soft boil, poach, scramble. That little thing is so much fun. Is that the little dash? The dash cooker? I want one of those. It's on my list.
Add it to your list, Lindy.
My mom, yeah.
Mother's Day's coming up.
My mom got one of those, but I don't know if it's an off-brand or what, but it makes my head want to explode. I mean, all over the kitchen. It holds listen to this. It holds 7 eggs.
Yeah.
No.
7 eggs.
No.
Yeah, you can get a 12-egg one
She
though, can't
bought this one just to mess with you, Todd. It's called payback.
you? I know, it's
Apparently,
silly.
you can't
Why
do
7?
fractions of dozens. You can't do fractions of dozens.
I'm sure
who
it was
does
made in
that?
China. It was made in China.
Something do 6 or 12. Don't do 7. What psychopath makes an egg cooker that cooks 7 eggs?
Just to mess with you.
Oh, it's so terrible. No, it's that's one thing that's happened is a little bit of the OCD has come up since I started carnivore. Like it's made it worse because like I broke an egg out of my 24 pack the other day. I fell on the floor and I didn't know what to do because I was like, I usually do an 18 egg omelet. I finally settled on doing a 17 egg omelet and not think about it so that my eggs that were left in the container would be okay.
I'm surprised you're able to eat it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I think I should just throw this all away and start over because it was making me so mad. Oh, it was a real problem.
I put tallow in my hair. Great stuff.
Mm.
I'm thinking of doing that. My hair's so dry because I put colour in it. Yeah. But it looks, been thinking of it, but I'm just worried that I'm going to get tallow everywhere on my pillow and I might need a net or something.
Do it in the morning. Put it on in the morning or wear a shower cap to bed.
Look good in the live stream. We could all sit here with tallow on our heads.
Shining. You know what would happen if
You want
I
to be able to see me.
I put tallow on my face and my head? You'll see Cosette over here, like
licking you. That's right.
Doesn't Nisha Berry put bacon grease all over herself and the dog starts licking her? I think I read that.
Carrie does.
Yeah.
Dr. Carrie does.
Oh,
Berry.
okay.
That's crazy.
I worked offshore for 10 years and it beat my body up. Since starting this row, I'm not in anywhere near as much pain. I feel better than in my 20s some ways. I'd love more healing to do. I have a lot more healing to do.
That's awesome.
I definitely feel better now than I was in my 20s too. I'm 53 soon.
Yeah, it does make you feel better. I mean, my oxygen and my heart rate is better than I was, when I was 18 even.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, he is.
He is.
It's a machine.
He is. Michael is part of the 20% of on the Pareto scale. So I'm going to leave it at that as cliffhanger for you guys. If anybody doesn't know what the Pareto effect is,
No idea.
Yeah, I did that one for sure. Sorry. Did you put that?
No, I'm clicking. I'm trying to get my screen full again. It went back to minimize. It's driving me nuts.
I got you. No worries.
So I'm clicking all over the place.
Hey, Jen, thank you so much. We appreciate you hanging in here with us. All right.
Ooh.
Yeah, glass bottles are an accessory. I'd love to get glass bottles. I don't like these plastic ones, but
no, I can taste everything now, which is good because you require far, far less seasoning and things to make flavor, if you're going to use any. It requires and you can taste the real flavor of things, but that's also a double-edged sword because you guys start tasting the packaging, like even the styrofoam and the plastic that my meat, my steak and stuff comes with. I'm like, I can taste it on there. I'm like, dang it.
Damn it. Sorry.
No worries.
Go ahead. Go to the next one. This one, I think we already seen that one yet.
Yeah. No worries. Hi, Lindy, Todd, and Michael. So lovely to see you. My weekly therapy session. I love you, chat. Thank you.
Oh man, I'm glad you came in. Oh, we got us a super chat.
Ricky Lee, please share thoughts on having raw eggs daily. I love raw egg yolks. I don't have the whites, but yeah, raw egg yolks. I dip my steak in it. Beautiful. Love it.
I eat quite a bit of raw eggs, and I eat quite a bit of eggs. Period. I got a whole bunch of eggs back. Well, you can see them right. How do I get there? There.
Yeah.
Right there. I didn't finish those. It was just I was eating just before this, and I set them
Oh.
up. But I
How is Cosette not eating that? Where is she?
Cosette won't eat eggs for sure. She's right here. She's right
Yeah.
there. But
She wants
won't.
brisket.
Yeah, she won't touch eggs. I had chuck steak for her today, and she didn't want it because I was making pork tenderloin, and she wanted the pork tenderloin instead. So she wouldn't eat her chuck steak, and then she ended up eating half of my pork tenderloin I cooked this morning. Yeah, she's like, well, I feel like having this today. But yeah, eggs beneath her. She's like, you better get me some real meat, for sure. But yeah, I think raw eggs are awesome. Especially the yolks. The egg whites, they're kind of, I literally only eat egg whites because they don't bother me that much, and it's a pain. I get slimy fingers separating the yolks from the whites. So,
do you eat the whites raw or do you cook them?
I'll eat them raw sometimes, but I right now I've been just cooking them. I just been making mainly I'm cooking them because I got a really good routine down, and I can make an 18 egg omelet, or actually I end up making 2 9-egg omelets now, and I can make them in about 11 minutes. And I got the omelet flip on the pan down like a pro now. So I do it so I can practice my omelet flip.
All right. Somebody's got to go into the chat. One of you two. I don't know what channel it was on, but I messed up. I'm off today because I'm on my phone, and I'm trying to start comments. But somebody needs to go unban Meeting Wellness. I banned her.
Oh,
No worries.
whoops.
Sorry.
I don't know what channel she was on. Can anybody tell me what channel she was on?
Let me go look. One moment. We're having
Yeah.
No worries.
I'll have a look on my channel.
If not, I'll take care of it after the live stream. I'll get on my laptop and go. But yeah, I didn't mean to ban you. Sorry. I meant to star your comment.
It's kind of funny though.
It's on Lindy's channel. Lindy's.
Okay, well, how do I do this? I don't know. Do I just find her?
You know what? I'll just get on my laptop and take care of it. Just give me a minute.
No worries. We'll have you right back. Sorry.
Yeah, I am sorry.
I just clicked unhide. So is she back now?
Let me see. I'll log in and I'll check it out.
No worries.
But yeah, I didn't mean to do that. She's probably mad. She probably said, "What did I say?"
No, it's all good.
Hopefully she's okay now.
Let me see. See if you can type Meeting Wellness. Oh, there we go.
But thank you so much, Lee, and I hope that helps. But I think, for to answer your question, I eat 18 to 36 eggs every day, and I do that for testosterone, and I do have some of those raw. And then Lindy makes the raw. What do you call the egg drink you make?
Colada.
Yeah.
Colada. I use just the raw egg yolks and a bit of butter, a bit of tallow, hot water, a pinch of salt, and blitz it in the NutriBullet. And it's like a custardy shake. It's beautiful. It's a really nice light meal. And there's Annalise. She's the one that gave me the recipe for meat and marriage. So
yes, she did.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Alrighty.
And hi, Christy. I'm glad you're on Todd's channel now. Michael's fault. We pressed the button, not me.
What did you say? I'm sorry. I'm still trying to get you unbanned from Lindy's.
No worries.
I think I've unbanned her, but
okay.
Yeah. Hi, Moni. Well, Michael, it's been a minute since I've been here. You look like you're really losing a lot. Your face is so thin and glowing. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
yes, it is.
Doing so well.
For sure.
Hi, Just Susie's thoughts. I have turned to straight
organic castor oil.
Oh, okay. Yep, for my skin. Hubby testifies between that and Carnivore. I am looking younger and younger.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Absolutely. No worries. I do it all the time. I fat finger everything to death on my keyboard. Keith.
Hi, Keith. When eating carbs and sugars, if I broke an egg yolk when cooking it, I used to get angry and throw it out. How messed up was that? Yeah, what a waste, eh?
I feel that for sure. All right, let's see. Do we have any more? Or did we catch up? Where am I at?
I think she's good. I didn't see her in the blacklist.
Yeah, I think she's all good now.
Okay.
Yeah, we can see it. Meeting wellness, Chrissy. Just going through. Oh, here we go.
And good news for me with Carnivore, went from 713 pounds now down to a solid 246
That's
pounds,
awesome.
and from a 70-inch pants to a 36, 32 jeans. Hope everyone has
Wow.
the same success. Fantastic.
Wow. That's awesome.
Great job. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good job, Anthony.
Way good job, man. That is huge. Let's see here. Exactly. I know exactly what you mean.
Hi everyone, I'm doing the SPG May challenge and I'm finding that eating 3 meals makes me less hungry at meal times. I used to have large 2-mans. Did any of you feel that way too? I'm only on day 2.
3 meals makes me less hungry. Yeah, it's for sure. Yes, but give it time because when your appetite opens up, especially if it opened up like mine, yeah, you better all the ribeyes better watch out because you're going to be pretty ravenous. So your appetite will open up for sure.
I think day 3 it opened up for me. No, I was ravenous after day 3, but then it settles back down again. So, and then you just want to punch Raymond in the face. It's like, no more food. Stop.
Yeah, it gets tiring not being hungry ever. Hey, Rustler. Let's see. We grew up with our own
Chooks.
took what you feed your chickens as our friends' eggs. Tastes terrible. As the chooks were eating the plant called champer laurel. Is that what that is? What's champer
Not sure.
laurel? Huh.
I
That's
don't
interesting.
know.
Let's see here. Yeah, you're gonna get hungry here pretty soon for sure. Yeah. Let's see. I think we made it. Did I unstar these? All right. I think we're done with the starred chats. Perfect. If you guys have any questions, please put them in the chat with a Q in front of them. But man, I guess we're getting closer to Texas D-Day here. I mean, man, we're getting close. It's not going to be too long at all now. What is it? It's like 20.
What, 3 weeks, is it?
Yeah.
3 weeks.
About
I'm
3
nervous. Very nervous. It should be nice though.
Absolutely. I came from here. Yeah, absolutely,
sure.
man. Congratulations. That's a huge accomplishment. You got to feel so much better.
Yeah.
What are my goals? Okay, there we go. What are your goals now beyond the diet? Let's see. Well, I mean, consistency and then longevity, healing, get the skin off, and then, crank up 10 years of data so that we can get blood tests and go shove it right up all the talking head pundits' butts for saying all this stuff that's not happening. You know what I mean? What do you guys think?
Yeah, no, definitely skin surgery is the next thing on my list. And I've actually been booked in for February next year. So all my tests came back good. My heart's strong. Doctors are very happy with me. So it gives me a few more months to really knuckle down and be in my best optimal health before then, so that I've got a good chance of healing well. Can't say I'm not nervous about it, but my surgeon is a lymphedema specialist, so hoping everything will be okay with that. So, yeah,
Sure.
just have to get Dr. Leslyn Keith back on here and ask her a lot more questions, I think. Want to be armed and ready to go.
We should reach out to her and see if she's...
Yeah, I thought after Texas we should just get her back on.
Yeah.
She was so good. I still watch that, and every time I listen, I hear more things, that I missed the first, because it was like information overload. I think it was one of our best videos. Yeah.
It was fantastic. Here we go.
Will you guys be streaming from Texas?
Oh yes. Don't listen to that curmudgeon. We absolutely will be streaming from Texas. We got a very, very, very special stream that we are going to be announcing next week. But yeah, we are announcing a very, very special stream next week that is coming up. So
my husband's decided to take a whole week off work, and I'm like, why? Because I think he thinks I'm going to be streaming 24/7. I think he's hoping. Like, I'm going to be too busy doing streaming.
Tell him to get his dang passport. He's trying to live vicariously through your streams.
I know, right? So yeah, I don't know what he's expecting, but yeah, we'll be in bed and he'll be up, and like the time zones, I don't think he realizes we're going to be out of whack.
Yep, 17 hours.
For sure.
Considering joining the SPG, just wondered if it's best to wait to start until more healing has occurred, along with more weight loss first. 50-ish days in now.
No.
Body will do what it wants to do.
Yeah, I would, it's up to you, but I think that I would have been further along. It just helps you, right? You want to eat and heal first. The longer that you don't heal, or that you put off eating like you should, I'm talking about quantities. Like, we tend to undereat on our own. That's what the SPG is really good at, is helping you not undereat, and then helping you eat through the cravings so that you can get some food freedom, free from the cravings, and also get nourished. And then once you're nourished and healed, then your body's going to start taking care of the excess weight. Let's see here. But yeah, I think it's going to be fun. We're going to have quite a few things going on in Texas, and I'm excited about it, but we'll be sharing it next week. And I don't know how many. I know we're getting a couple of good live streams going. There you go. I know we're going to have a couple of big live streams going. You are welcome. I think it's a very good idea. Plus, you'll get to hear us pontificate more on occasion. So, well, Ellie's putting it out there too, for sure.
Yeah.
There's another one.
Oh, that's Charlie. Hey, Charlie.
Absolutely. And their new chat feature, the chat groups, is it morning or afternoon for you? Because I know it's very early for me. Like 3 a.m.
Midday to afternoon.
Yeah. They've been pretty popular.
Absolutely. Yep. Man, this is turning into an
SPG Love Fest.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome.
but it works. So that's why it's there, and that's why you want to be in it.
Absolutely, for sure it does. I think you guys talked her into it. Yes, absolutely he does. He's killing it.
But it's like what do they say? It's like drinking from a fire hose. There's so much information, so don't be daunted by it. Just take it
Right.
slow, listen in, listen to all the stories, and get a feel for it, because there's a lot of information thrown at you. But it's well worth it if you can sit in there and just listen in and learn from everybody.
Try it for 30 days.
Yeah.
Try it for 1 month and see what you think of it. That's $30, big deal. It's $1 a day.
Right. And yeah, and the honest thing is too, it's just like, some people, they get discouraged. That what I find is they get discouraged because they get there and they understand more about what carnivore looks like, and it's not the miracle pill they're hoping for sometimes, and so they're like, oh, this is complicated. Well, carnivore is kind of complicated at first, but that's why you need a group because it is like Lindy said, drinking from a fire hose. So you need to take it in absorbable pieces. You're not going to take it all in the first day or the first week. There's not an easy flow chart that gives you 10 steps that you follow every day and it just works like magic. It's not like that, because everybody's so different and everybody's needs are so different. Everybody's struggles are different, but so you kind of have to tailor it to you, and you have to learn the parts of the system that work for you, but it gives you all the basic principles, and it gives you some very handy tools to get through the hard parts, and then it's a place where you can ask questions, because we all start struggling and you start going a little bit crazy, going, is that happening to me?
Right. Yeah. And the best thing about it is listening to other people talk about it. You hear things that you never even thought of.
Yeah. Right. For sure. For sure. Carnivore is not complicated. If it's complicated, you're doing it wrong. That's mostly true, I would say, but I think I've seen enough carnivores now go through it, and then they get confused. It's easy to get confused on carnivore because you don't understand, especially if you're having histamine problems or oxalate problems, right? It can throw you off on a funny tailspin because you don't understand what's happening, For some people, it's pretty straightforward. For other people, and I've seen this in my own family, it can actually be kind of challenging. So it's good to be with like a think tank of people that have all gone through it, and you go,
bounce around ideas. Yep.
Yeah, because they go, yeah, there'll be 10 people that had the same problem. You went, yep. What we finally figured out is this is happening, because I can go through the things. Because if you're really paying attention, to Anthony's point, for sure, linearly, if you just eat meat and carnivore food, eventually everything will pan out and listen to your body. That's true. But on the short side of things, if you are having issues and you don't understand what's going on, it can sway your plan and your decisions, and you might try to adjust, and there might be nothing to adjust. The negative things you're feeling might be perfectly because it's working, right? And you're just having an oxalate dump day, you're having a detox day, just certain things like that. We hear it all the time. We're not losing weight. Why? I'm doing something wrong because I'm not losing weight. Well, people stall out for a little while and their body heals, has to go through some healing. All right. Let's see. It's Monday afternoon in Australia right now. It's 8:12.
No, it's morning.
It's 10 a.m. in Melbourne. Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
These time zones confuse me. Just like, Todd, what time is it for me? And he works it all out for me.
I know that it's basically the easy answer is for me. It's you are 8 hours behind me, but in the future 1 day. So I can take however it is on my day, go back 8 hours. That's what time of day it is. But then I have to add a day on this. She's a
Right.
1 day into the future at that.
No,
You know,
me and numbers that just don't work.
we are definitely getting her a Haas Cartwright 10-gallon hat. It's gonna be awesome. Did you guys get Bonanza in Australia?
I know my grandparents used to watch it back in the day, so I have heard of Bonanza, but haven't watched it. No.
That's awesome. Michael,
You know, where with all these compliments, I think that maybe it's the camera.
I don't think so. I think you're just it might be a different angle. I think it's showing your baby face a little bit more. It's putting the youth on.
And I am sitting up then instead of normally sitting back how I normally am. I'm sitting up.
Yeah, that does help. I mean, if I do this,
Yeah,
I look
so-
like
Otherwise, I'm slumping down. Yeah,
yeah. If
So,
it makes my neck look
everything's-
like it's,
everything's tighter.
yeah. When you do that, it makes your neck look like it's eating your head again.
Yeah.
So we're going to do our 700 plus live stream.
Yes.
It'll be your Sunday because it's normally my Monday morning.
Oh yeah,
Right.
we're doing it Sunday
Well-
for sure.
We'll see.
Michael?
We're
Yeah.
doing it for sure. We are doing it because we're going to be doing it from the barbecue fundraiser for Healing Humanity, and we're going to give shout outs, I figure, because we'll get to meet with people and then we could set it up in there somehow, some way. And we have to do it. I mean, we absolutely have to do it. When else am I going to get a chance to do that with Lindy sitting next to me instead of in Australia? Like, we absolutely have to, absolutely have to do that part. And we're going to have another live stream for that. That's why I know we're going to have at least 2 and maybe a few other things. Stay tuned.
Sure. Yeah. I plan there's going to be a lot.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I do. I just don't want to let the cat out of the bag too much.
No.
Let's see here.
I'm sure there are others there that had weight loss surgery that failed for sure. Yep, I'm one of them. I'd had a lap band surgery 27 years ago and I still got up to 800 pounds. So, yeah, lap band failure for sure. Priming is different for people that have had lap band surgery. We can't sit down and eat 3, big meals a day. We have to just graze a few, 5-6 bites all throughout the day, every half hour or whatever. So we just do it a little bit differently, but definitely you can get support for that. That's what I love about the group. There's no one size fits all approach. They really concentrate on everyone as an individual and they will tailor the program for you. So you're in good hands there.
Absolutely. And my sister had the gastric lap or the lap band too. My mom had gastric bypass and it failed for both of them. And now my sister's on carnivore and thriving, down like 70 pounds now, I think.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's like life changing.
Yep. And she's feeling so much better too, no?
Yep. She absolutely is. And it's just incredible. She's talking about it every day, and sorry, I was looking at something here. She talks about it every day, and now she's got her husband and daughter doing it, and so I mean, it's crazy.
We need to have her come back on someday. We haven't seen her in a long time.
She probably won't be for a little while. She had an eye patch on when she was
that's right.
Today.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't have to wear it anymore, but she goes, if I wear it, I can see out of my other eye a little bit better.
Yeah.
So
goodness, the eyes are so important, aren't they?
They are.
They are.
It's so crazy, but she's healing up really good. I think she's got one more surgery coming up, and then hopefully that they're just going to heal good. But the doctor said, I mean, the last surgery she had, it was to scrape all the scar tissue off because they're like, we've never seen. They said for whatever reason your eyes healed up so fast that the scar tissue was really intense, which was no big deal. They just scraped it off, and they said that was actually an easy fix. But they thought it was pretty incredible, and I was like, I know why. Like it's
Yeah.
just like, man, if she would have done it, maybe she would have done carnivore maybe 6 months earlier, she might not have had the ruptures.
Right to need it. No.
Yep. Yep. It's so crazy. Let's see here.
Here's a few starred comments for you.
Yeah, I'm seeing some in there.
Okay, I got you. I'll go back up in there. I missed some somehow.
Yeah, I unstar them as you do them. That way you know what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, I did that one. Let's see. Oh, there you go. That's for Scott or Lindy.
Yeah, my husband doesn't have his passport. He's been trying to get one for the last 2 and a bit years, but I don't know. It's too hard. It's too hard for him, so he misses out. So he's been told he needs to get it by next year if he wants to go anywhere. But he's stuck in Australia right now. Can't leave.
Oh, man.
Christy, I'm actually booked in on 6th of February next year for surgery. So, yeah, it's all going ahead, hopefully.
That's incredible. Wow.
It's awesome.
That is incredible.
I am too scared to have the operation because of lipedema. Yeah, my surgeon is a specialist with lymphedema and lipedema, so that's why I'm going with him. There's been I've been following him for the last 2 years, and like listening to all his patients. They all call him like the whisperer for what he does. So I feel comfortable with my choice of surgeon, and especially after speaking to Dr. Leslie Keith, I just feel that it's so important to have somebody that knows about the lymphatic system to do this surgery. So
yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
yeah, I'm going to have to tune in, hopefully.
For sure.
I don't know what day, September the 10th. Hopefully I'm not at the shop, or I'll have to tune in there.
We'll be online in September. So that's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, she's so good. Todd, can you do a live stream having fun clothes shopping this week?
I won't be shopping this week, but probably the following week. But also, I can do a live stream. I don't know that I can do a live stream having fun doing it because I don't think I'll be having much fun doing it at all. But I definitely I will keep you guys tuned in. I don't know if they'll let me film in the shops there or not, but it's not going to be a pretty process at all. It's going to be terrible. I hate clothes shopping so bad. And the real thing is I refuse to try anything on. I just hate it. So I just kind of put it up to my shoulders and I buy stuff in a spectrum, a little bit smaller, a little bit bigger, kind of right on. And then I go home and try it on. And then somewhere around 60 to 83% of the crap never fits.
Goes back. Huh?
Yeah. It sucks.
I think there's another comment just before that.
There is. There should be one right before this.
Yeah.
I may have unstarted by accident.
Let me see if I can find it.
There it is. Getting the gastric sleeve. Did it make sense to me? If you still have a pancreas, it's over pumping insulin. I have 4 cousins that had gotten the sleeve and they had regained their weight. And then I was seeing a bariatric surgeon and told him the same thing about the pancreas, and he just stayed quiet, and he told me he respected the decision of not going through the surgery. Yeah, my doctor said this was the cure. Have flat band surgery, that's going to fix you. Yep. And I trusted him. So it didn't fix the root cause of the problem, which was comfort eating and I still got into trouble.
That's the thing that Carnivore gave all of us, is the freedom of being away from being addicted to the sugars and the carbs and food.
For sure.
Yeah, and people like you still get people saying, how can you be free from, what is food freedom? You can't eat anything. I'm like, I'm more than happy with what I'm eating. I feel nourished, and I enjoy my steak. Give me a steak any day. I'm happy with that. The food freedom is from having that off switch that I never had. I eat my
Yes.
meal and it turns off, and I go off and live my life. I'm not wondering where my next meal is, when it's coming, and people just don't get it because they haven't. Maybe there's something wrong with my wiring, or I don't know what it was, but I feel fixed now. I was broken before. So
Same.
whatever, I'm working now. So I was missing that piece.
The most important piece, I think it is too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if you haven't experienced that, you don't understand. So
Right.
yeah.
Absolutely. I'm going to be there 10 days. Yep. I think Lindy's going to be there 9 days because I think you come in one day after me.
Mm.
Yep.
Because the time zone.
She's in the future. She's actually, when she travels here, she's going back in time.
Time, exactly. Yeah, Back to the Future. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then when she leaves, she's going back to the future. But first, she's coming back in time, and then she's going back to the future.
I know it's going to be a bit of a.
No, you're going to be jet lagged. Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd love to meet you though, Missy. We'll have to try and hook something up if you're free.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, at that, I don't know if we should say it out loud here. Whatever. At that Salt Lake place, we're definitely going to do something at that Salt Lake place because I don't know if it's going to work out for our Sunday event because it's a little further away from Hack Your Health than they're wanting, but we will see. But definitely after looking at it, I'm like, I was looking at that fire pit they have for smoking all those sausages and stuff and all the ribs and meat. And I was like, oh, we've got to eat here for sure. I've got to try to hit
Yeah.
here for sure.
So we've got 10 days or 9 days. We'll definitely make an effort to go there one day.
For sure. So no, we will definitely be seeing you there for sure. Let's see.
I know it's a cool name for a restaurant, isn't it?
It is. It's awesome. And I was looking at the pictures and it looks fantastic. And then, Alyssa was like, said that it was like, sounds like one of the better places to eat out there. So, Governor DeSantis outlawed lab grown meat. Hope it catches on here in Aussie. Absolutely. I think.
Hope so.
Yeah,
we cannot. What was funny is I always remembered. Do you guys ever remember the terrible movie Judge Dredd with Sylvester Stallone?
Sylvester Stallone, yeah.
There was a spot in that movie that always made me laugh. Or wait a minute, am I getting this wrong? I think it was Judge Dredd. It might have been Demolition Man, but I think it was Judge Dredd. But anyhow,
tell me, I'll see if I remember.
There's a part in there where they're in like a futuristic apartment building, and there's these robots, vending machines in the hallway, and they're giving advertisements for food, and it says, "You always made me laugh because the robots were running around saying, recycled food, it's good for the environment and okay for you." That's what I would say. And now we're literally there. They're making food, and they're trying to do bugs and grow proteins and test tubes and 3D print meat. And it's like, that's what it reminds me of. Literally was that movie. It was either Judge Dredd or Demolition Man. I think it was Judge Dredd. And when he's walking, or when the robots were going around and say, eat recycled food, it's good for the environment and for you.
If they never messed with the food in the first place and left it the way it naturally was, I don't think we'd have the problem that we're in right now. It's all the shit that they put into it, they spray on it, they put in the ground with it, and all this stuff that's messed it up. And messing with the seeds and all this shit.
Right. Well, it's like what happened with fluoride, right?
Right.
Yeah, they were sitting there trying to grow. This is part of the agricultural revolution. They poisoned the water by accident. And then to cover it up, they decided to come up with a cover-ass story that said that fluoride was good for your teeth, so that we would start putting it in the water on purpose.
Right.
So that when the water got tested, they had a cover-up story for how it got there.
No, go look at why they put fluoride in the water, because it's a waste thing that they can't use for anything else, and They figured throw it in the water, and it actually dumbs down people.
Right, and it does dumb down people, and
Mhm.
so does sugar. If you
Yeah.
watch that lab rat test that they did, where they had a rat that would eat no carbohydrates or sugar, and then throw it in a tank of water, and in the center of the tank, this tank was like, looked like about the size of a pool table, like 4 foot by 8 foot. And the center of the tank was a little tiny island pedestal that was level with the water, and it was kind of clear, so it was a little bit tricky to see. But the rat that they didn't feed sugar to would swim direct, straight line to that little pedestal, and it would save itself and get out of the water because it was only land, dry land. And then the rat that they would put that they had fed sugar to for 3 straight weeks, it would take it like 5 times longer to
figure it out. Yeah.
to figure out how to get out of the water.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, it makes you stupid. That's why
Yep.
we are the stupidest generation. We have the stupidest generation of people, and we dare to sit here and think that
For ourselves. That's the biggest problem. Nobody thinks for themselves no more. They only do what they're told.
But we dare to think that, that old time practices like eating meat and all this stuff, and old time traditions and customs, that they're outdated, right? And it's like, this is coming from a quite literally for a less than not politically correct term. I mean, this is coming from a retarded population of people right now, and they're making these judgments on people that designed New York City and built it off of slide rules, right? They didn't even have computers, and the engineering marvels that they made back there with just hard work, energy, and just their minds is incredible. And now, we can't get kids not to eat Tide Pods now, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous. Like everybody always says that back then, back in like the 70s, car owner manuals would tell you like the firing order on a V8, and now they tell you
you can fix it yourself, right?
Yeah, and now they tell you not to drink the battery fluid. It's like, we've fallen pretty far, and everybody's, there's no spotlight being shined on it because they want everybody stupid. They want everybody ignorant, stupid. They want useful idiots right now. They want people that don't
obedient.
Yep. Obedience. Yep. Absolutely. There we go.
Oh, maybe Lindy can bring her husband back to Hack Your Health in 2025 with Michael and Todd. I don't know. We better start saving.
I think so.
It's going to
What
be
are you
expensive.
talking about? We're going to just keep growing, and maybe one of these days, YouTube will make some money. It's not going to be this year, but eventually YouTube might make a little savings account where we could buy a plane ticket for, to go to Hack Your Health every year. That'd be cool. You gotta think big.
Keep positive.
Keep positive. Right now, I don't know if I told you guys, but I went from making about $1.21 a day to making $4.59 a day.
Yay.
That was, I don't know about a day, but yesterday. That was yesterday. We might go back down. But I mean, talk about killing it right now. This is some inside baseball for anybody that wonders about, how we handle the cash windfall that we get from YouTube.
We can always come to Australia. There's plenty to do here. So yeah,
there we go.
It's probably your turn to come down this way.
Oh, it is. I got to come down there first for sure.
And Michael too. So
someday.
And I think my debit card got hacked the other day, and I changed it, and I changed it on Chris to pay for my Chris subscription, but I'm guessing that it's not working because I can hear Lindy's birds.
Oh, do you want me to put them away?
Oh, it's okay. I just was like, what?
Sorry.
I usually don't hear your birds, and now I realize I don't.
She's got them. They're in the same room.
Yeah, normally I have them in the other room, but because they've been locked up all week because I haven't been here, I thought I'd let them out, but I can put them away if it's...
No worries, whatever you think. I just was curious. I was like, I don't usually hear them so loud, but for some reason today,
If he keeps going, I'll move. Yeah, I'll move him.
No worries.
Be back soon.
All right. Let's see. Talk about recycling. There is a town in Queensland somewhere.
Queensland.
Is going to use piss recycled water as drinking water. There was an outage, so the water will only be used for everything but drink. Oh my gosh!
Can you imagine washing in that, taking a shower in that, or something? It's disgusting.
Well, not only is it disgusting, but you got to go. Who's making these decisions? And the people that are signing up for this and making these decisions, you think they're
get them out of office? Get them out of office because they're not drinking it or dealing with it. Guarantee
they're not washing with piss water. They're not splashing piss water on their face. Like, get these idiots out of there. You know.
Yep.
It's like write it down and say, you know, the whole lot of them. You know. Let's see here.
I could only catch one. The other one I can't reach him. He's up high.
Oh, no worries.
Get on your rebounder and jump.
Actually, if you got on your rebounder, he'd come hang out with you, right? Because that's probably Rio that is.
Yeah, it's Rio that's up high. Yeah.
As soon as you get on your rebounder,
he loves rebounding. He sits on my shoulder.
And then he'd be like, "Blasted! You used my favorite activity against me." Let's see here. I'm just going through. We can't even. Yeah, exactly. We can't even get cashiers to give correct change without registers telling
them. Yep. How did everybody do it before?
Right. Yeah, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
And thank God that we've taken out, trade schools and shop classes and carpentry and auto mechanics.
Teaching people how to cook, or how about balancing their checkbooks?
Yeah, home ec financing. Yeah. But thank God we have gender studies, know. And what's the other stupid thing they've been doing? I don't know. They do too many stupid things anymore. But it's like you can just tell they're literally doing this to make everybody stupid. And it's like, yeah.
Exactly. So that's just our opinions.
I love this. We don't have fluoride, no tap water in here, but they're still stupid. I feel that. Let's see. I believe it.
Oh.
I'll go. No worries.
Touch the phone and it bounces.
No worries. You don't want to hear some of my teaching stories. I've had kids who don't know their own birthday, or even after I told them, I've heard others who can't spell their last name, and they're 10.
They're 10. Wow. That's pretty sad.
Sad. It's real sad. Man.
I'm curious to know how long of a span she's been a teacher, and has she seen the downgrade in these people through, and these kids within a certain time frame.
Right. I feel like my brain has gotten an upgrade over the last few months of Wyandotte. Absolutely, Alyssa, and you're not alone.
So what big differences did you notice from straight carnivore to lion? Was there much of a difference?
And what exactly are you doing on lion?
Yeah.
Because everybody has different versions of lion.
I'm looking at getting a rebounder very soon. I'll let you know how it goes.
There you go, Keith.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Kiwi Daddy's going to be bouncing.
Yeah, we're going to have to start a Spotify playlist for rebounding. I'm sure there's so many rebounders out there now. I know Annalisa's jumping to Def Leppard, and they're pretty cool tunes.
That's hilarious. Oh, from Charlie. Lindy, Michael, Todd, thank you for being so transparent with your lives and so truthful about what you have experienced. It gives you credibility that many others do not have. Thank you so much. We appreciate it, Charlie.
Thanks, Charlie.
And me and Dr. Phil from SBG were actually talking about it yesterday, because there's this funny little stuff going on right now where there's some clickbaity carnivore channels that are saying because that the channels that aren't talking about, falling off the wagon every other day, that we're not being honest. And it's like, we are being honest. It's just that we're free. We kind of, I couldn't tell you. I can't tell you if I'm just very blessed, if we're all very blessed, or if it's just because we were sicker, like we were at one foot.
We hit
all of us.
our breaking point. We were at that point. Some people haven't hit it yet. I think that's the biggest part. I know that was for me. I got to a point where it was now or never. This is it for me. Right. I know for a fact I would not be here today if I did not make a change. And I didn't want to be here today. It's April, or we just went through April, and that's when I was at my lowest a year ago.
Yeah, so I want to speak to that too, because I've been really thinking about this. And what's funny about that is, to me, if somebody is thinking that way, then I'm going to say that you're still dealing with some, like you haven't kind of freed yourself from being kind of, I don't know, from blaming yourself, right? Because the reason why I'm never gonna, first of all, like, who are you gonna, if you're telling lies or whatever, who are you doing it for, right? Like, you're only hurting yourself, right? And so the only way you would do it is if you felt guilty about it, and you shouldn't feel guilty about it. This is hard. If you fall off, nobody is confused how you fell off the wagon, because this is really hard. But you got to be honest about it. And that was when I really started getting free from things, is when I knew that, was watching Gary Taub and Dr. Lustig, and they were showing everybody and putting everything in a light that this was a food environment problem and we're being attacked. So when you're in battle and you're being attacked and you're in war and you get wounded, do you feel guilty about it? Like, you don't have to beat yourself up about it or make excuses or lie to anybody about it. Everybody understands we're all in a fight here. All right. And this is messy and it's hard. And so we're not going to sit there and pick you apart for being a wounded soldier. But what we are trying to do is tell you that there is a way to, but I think it's, for me, it was through God and through prayer and fasting and education. And then, I've been blessed to be free from the food, but it was also had to be very, I had to keep at it. And then I had to be very strict, and then I got free from it. And so, I don't know, there's just something there. Like, I think the people that think that are, I wonder if they're eating enough fat and if they've done enough research, like on Gary Taub and Dr. Lustig, to realize that they don't have to kind of be under that kind of pressure all the time. Like, they just need to eat. They need to eat and be very honest and truthful about what they're doing, and things will get better, because I'm honest about the fact that I take apple cider vinegar, I eat pickled jalapenos, I eat hot sauce, and I have some spices and stuff, like rosemary and thyme. I put those things on there, which I take enough crap from just right there, but I don't care, because this is what I'm figuring out that works for me and makes it sustainable. And I don't think everybody will tell you shouldn't be so dogmatic about things. You got to find what really works for you, but it has to be an honesty thing. And if I was taking these things and they're giving me cravings, but I was not honest about it, then, that would be bad. Like, I had a brand of pickled jalapenos yesterday, or not yesterday, it was like last week. And I was taking them and they were making me feel funny, and I was like, all right, this is not a good brand of pickled jalapenos. There's something wrong with them. They were making my nose run, and I was waking up feeling almost like I had a cold. And I narrowed it down to a different brand of pickled jalapenos that Instacart swapped. So I don't know. That's kind of an interesting thing. But
was there something in the ingredient list that shouldn't be in there in jalapenos?
No, it actually was an organic brand, which I thought was funny.
Well, I'm surprised.
Yeah, I thought it'd be better, but what I did find was there was more seeds in that container. So I think it was the
Oh, so
seeds.
maybe the seeds.
Yeah, I think the seeds got in there, and the seeds were actually the thing that was
Caused the problem.
yeah, it caused the problem. I had an inflammation response to them. Yeah, so it's just very strange to me, but I appreciate it, Charlie.
And Janine hit it on the, on the head. Being clear on your why is so important. If you've fallen off, your why will help you get back on the lifestyle. My why is my daughters, and I don't want to be that 800-pound woman sitting on the couch when my daughters need me to help them with their life. So yeah, I can't afford to spiral and go back to how I was, and that is so easy for me to do. So I have to stay strict. Other people can maybe moderate and do all that, but I can't. And I found this is what works for me, and I need to be strict to stay on track. But yeah, it's frustrating. I'm dealing with it every day. That a lot of people don't understand that I do need to stay strict to stay the course.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know. I don't know what that means anymore. I kind of do, but about what your why is, because I thought about it. I thought my why was simply because I was sick, and I found the answer, so I'm holding on to it. But now I realize too, it's know that I know too much now, right? My why is that I know that they're attacking us. I know that the food is poison. I know that the sugar is a drug, and I know that it's killing us, and I know that it, killed, as far as I'm concerned, it killed my brother, it killed my dad. It's making my mom sick, and she's fighting Parkinson's because of it. It had my sister and did this to my family, and we can look all over, and it's doing it to everybody. We see all of these sick people, and so yeah, there's a bunch of them there now. I was just saying, I think the more that you do this, and the more that you get in the carnivore community and watch these videos, the more that your why gets bigger, and that's the thing you want to grow. You just want your reason for doing this to grow, because if we don't, we're all going to get tricked again and go, well, I don't know, my doctor said it's not so bad, and would they really put it in the grocery store if it was?
Yeah, they will.
Absolutely.
and they do. They've been doing it since the 70s.
Yep. Absolutely, but they put it in those cute little boxes and put out the pyramid to make sure that we know that it's safe.
Yeah. Everything you look at now has label on it, bioengineered, and these companies are trying to get it so they don't have to list it no more, because they don't want you to know it's bioengineered.
Yep. 100%. And so yeah, we just got to completely put our foot down. And how are these people going to make all this bioengineered food and this processed meat if we don't buy it?
Right. That's what we need to do. I always check the labels.
Yeah. Just don't.
I don't buy it. I don't buy none of that shit no more.
No, don't fall off the wagon and give them your money for the crap food and the sugar. Just don't buy it. As soon as us as the market stops
supporting
these people, supporting these people with our money, they stop becoming a superpower that can force this shit down our throat. We got to stop empowering these people with our dollar, because without our dollar, these people are nothing.
But it's so hard because everybody's addicted to everything. That's what the problem is. Nobody wants to give up their Twinkies and their cupcakes and all the stuff that's loaded with it. That's the problem.
For sure. And they'd also, they're addicted to it, but they also are not only addicted, but given a million excuses why it's okay for them to be addicted. I mean, it's either because it's not all that bad for you, you have a genetic problem.
Yeah, that's what they blame everything for, genetics.
Yeah, you're a victim, whatever, all this stupid stuff, and it's all a lie. Once we see through the lie and we just do this, that's why that's why eventually we're gonna have to make our way to to Rumble and X, because as soon as
I guarantee it.
Yeah,
we're gonna have the warning labels under the carnivore videos really soon. Guarantee it.
For sure, because you can see it the more that ketogenic diets and carnivore diets have gotten popular, the more that they're coming after the meat and the eggs, and they're wanting to do the GPS tracking chips in the meat and the eggs, and they're wanting to do the vaccines and stuff. So we can see the writing on the wall,
Yep.
for sure. I've been a teacher for 24 years, and yes, a huge decline since the 2000s when I started. Yeah, 2000 when I started. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
So sad.
Mm.
Any benefit of having whites of the eggs raw too? I don't think so. You get a little more protein. The main benefit for me is I don't get slime all over my hands getting the eggs, separating the yolks from the whites. And if I was gonna, I don't know, I'll separate up to 6 yolks after that when I'm doing like 18 to 36. I give up on it.
There is something with the egg whites, something in them, avidine or something that absorbs to the biotin in your body. You can become deficient, so you have to be careful with your number. But I don't know what that number is. And Annalise from Me to Marriage said that in Dr. Georgia Eads' recent book, the new one that she's just released, there is talk about avidine in that and the biotin. So I'm not sure how. I'll have to ask her. I think she's in the chat now. Maybe, Annalise, can you put in what you found out about the raw egg whites in the chat? But there is something with having too many raw egg whites. Yolks are fine. You can eat as many of those as you like.
Nice. Yeah, when
But
she puts that up there, I'll pop it
Yeah.
up. Big difference for me from carnivore. I'm just ruminant meat, salt, water, and a small cup of black coffee every morning. That's awesome. I didn't feel any. I've actually felt a decline, but it was because I was missing my eggs, and I think it's just because they're so important for my hormones, the eggs right now. But for testosterone specifically, but honestly, other than a little bit of bacon before, that was all that I was. Bacon and eggs were all that I was eating that wasn't lion before, though. So I think I was very close to lion, and so I think the perfect diet for me is lion plus eggs. I think that's my perfect diet, really, with a 2-to-1 fat to protein ratio and a whole lot of iodine. I think that's my super sauce. It's not just for like consuming industrial refined carbohydrates and seed oils. Makes people's brains metabolically damaged. I believe that. They're making us stupid on all sorts of levels.
And the sad part is that they're succeeding at it.
Yeah. Well, nobody's calling them out on it, right? They're getting away with it because they're making us stupid slowly, Like the only difference between the drugs that we're on that's killing us and illegal street drugs is that the illegal street drugs work faster, right? It's too much
Right.
or you can see it fast enough. That's it. I couldn't remember just a 4-digit PIN number before I went carnivore because I was so sick and underweight, and things improved some with carnivore, but then I had to go line. That's awesome. So, like, can you eat at like Salt Lick in these places? Like, I'm just wondering because I'm just back to going out in the world, and I still am like I go to places like I ordered. My mom's eating junk again, and I'm letting her because she threw a fit. But so she had me go to Wendy's and get her some stuff, and I got some burger patties. And I was thinking about doing like the Jeff DeProsperous, get some burger patties at Wendy's and just eat them plain. And man, they got in the car and they stunk.
Wow.
And I couldn't eat them, and so I was just like, all right. And I was like, I don't know if it was seed oils or what, but I ordered 5 burger patties and it was kind of expensive. It was like $15 for 5 burger patties, and I got them in.
Wow.
Yeah, and they reeked. And I was like, I didn't even eat them. And Cosette ate like half of them, and then she had the runs when she got home. And I was like, straight up hamburger patties from Wendy's.
I'm surprised.
I know, I was super surprised. I don't know if they use seed oils. I don't know what was in them, but I was just like, okay. So I don't know. I'm just curious, as a very strict, person like you in Lion Diet, how are you able to eat out any place ever, or is nothing? For me, I feel like nothing's safe out there, so I stay away from all of it now.
Yeah, because you don't know how they mix stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
The why is so important for the long haul. For me, Tom has changed from not wanting to die to truly wanting to live to my fullest.
No.
Yeah, fantastic.
Absolutely.
Picking golds now.
For sure. That's incredible.
My carb is a switch, not a dial. I'm either on or off, no moderating for me. Yeah, same with me.
For sure. There's no turning it down, that's for sure.
Signed up, SBG. Thank you guys for helping me take the leap. Oh, look forward to seeing you in the calls.
Yeah, if you make the calls tomorrow, put your hand up and say hi. Let us know you're there. We'd love to visit with you.
Yeah. Hi, Lindy, Michael, and Todd. I believe in carnivore and love the freedom from bad foods. My why originally was to get well. Now I have otherwise freedom.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Sherry. Sherry's an SBG. Awesome. Yeah, very good wise too.
Keith, I love the truth talk on your live stream. Lindy, Todd, and Michael, the more we talk to each other, the more we can help each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and not get in this little shame field, whatever. It's like, it's a shitstorm out there. So it's like nobody's surprised if you get some on you, right? Like, just
That's right.
Shake it off, and we gotta, pick each other up and just keep going, because look at that, all the stuff, all the lies and all the propaganda and all the pitfalls out there. I mean, if Vegas was a food system, this is what it would look like, right? It's literally propaganda to get you hooked, to get you sucked in, to get you tricked. I mean, they want you to eat their stuff because you got tricked into it. They want to get stuff because it's all you can afford. They want to, that it's the most convenient, that it's, all these things, and then they want to get you addicted to it. That's all they want to do. And so, and they're going to do it. They're doing it every way they can. They're hiding any other options from you. They're trying to take all the other healthy foods away. They're trying to make the healthy foods illegal. They're trying to make them dangerous, say that they're ruining the world. They're freaking, they just put bird flu in a cow the other day and they said it happened organically. My ass, it did,
Yeah. And then some guy in Antarctica got it. How did he get it?
Right, exactly. Like bullcrap,
It's all bullshit, man.
Right.
That's what it is.
Absolutely, 110%. And it's right after we shot down tracking them with GPS and doing the mRNA vaccine. Well, lo and behold, it's the same stuff like the coronavirus. A pangolin, and a batch got together and it came across,
Right.
and then you eat bad shit soup, and then people got it, and whoops, nothing we can do. It's like, whatever. It's such a lie. It came from the Corona lab. And I'm sure this came from the bird flu lab, because it was very advantageous to start a scare campaign, a fear mongering campaign, so that they can try to take our meat away from us and regulate our meat tighter, because they have to, for the greater good. Because God knows on their watch, the greater good is outstanding right now, isn't it? Don't you feel safer by them being the arbiters of the gatekeepers of the greater good?
No.
It's like you're making everybody so sick. Murdering bastards.
Absolutely.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Chronic illness is big money.
Yeah. And look at how it all cycles together. It's all a big circle. They feed you the food that makes you sick. Then you try to get better, and then what do? They push pills on you, and you become a subscriber every month. You have your pills. It's all a vicious cycle. It's what it's all about.
Yeah, Charlie, that's a good point. I try to think of lapse as a stumble. Yep. And correction, go forward. Yep. I think if I've fallen off, a tendency is just to say, well, as long as I've fallen off, I might as well indulge. Absolutely. That happens so much in an adult, a mistake turns into a mistake day, a mistake weekend, a mistake week, a mistake quarter, maybe. And then pretty soon you're like, it's only 3 months to New Year's resolution. Then I'll get back on New Year's. Absolutely.
Here we go for Missy.
Oh, I'm too scared to eat out currently. I told my kids I want to go to Fogo de Chao for Mother's Day, so I might take the risk. I have they have lamb and Tanya. Okay, are you coming to Missy? Are you coming to the SBG Fogo de Chao meetup?
I think that's on the Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on the Saturday. Yep. So it's is that the 31st or is it? Yeah, it's the 31st, isn't it?
I think it's the first.
It's the first.
The first, I think.
Okay.
Recommend calling ahead to ask if they cook what you want to eat with seed oils, and if so, ask if they were prepared separately in a pan with butter, lard, or tallow.
Well, yeah. I'm thinking that would be a good time to do this because if a whole carnivore group's coming there, then none of us are going to eat it if it's got seed oil. So, and there's going to be a pretty big group of us. So I'm thinking. I'm thinking that might be a good time to kind of control the menu a little bit over, or I get a special menu maybe over there, or kind of call ahead. Let's see here. Did we get to this? Funded the lab against regulations, just redefining function. Right. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Exactly. Yeah, because nothing to see here.
Yep.
Let's see here. Yeah, exactly. Let's watch that will be fun. I hope they crash like freaking Hindenburg. But you know what they're going to try to do?
Isn't Beyond Meat hurting? They're hurting with their sales, aren't they?
I hope so. I don't know. I haven't looked, but
I thought I heard that they were hurting with sales.
How stupid is it? Why if meat is not the thing that we're supposed to eat, why is it that all these vegan companies try to make everything taste like meat?
Right, exactly.
So crazy.
Yep. You don't see them trying to make something taste like kale.
Yeah, exactly. They never do, right? They never say, hey, let's make this chicken taste like kale or beetroot,
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, DC, what's going on, man? We're talking about some of your favorite stuff, government conspiracies, and basically the general decay of humanity from the deep state point of view. Here we go, Missy. I have to work that day. I'm trying to convince my boss to let me leave for a few hours, though. That's awesome. Well, let us know. And if nothing else, I know you seem like you work at that joint a lot, Missy, but let us know what days you might have off too, because we'll try to schedule the Salt Lake day around that so that we can have a meetup to kind of see how you're the person that let us know where that place was at. So
Yeah, send a message through SBG, the private chat, and we can try and work something out. Be lovely to meet up.
Absolutely.
Mm.
See? DC sees it, Michael.
I think it's the camera. But no, I know. My face is a lot smaller.
Your face is way smaller. Way
That
smaller.
is. Yeah.
Let's see. Sorry, guys.
There we go. Have either of you looked back on some of your older live streams? The changes in your body and facial compositions are amazing. I haven't actually, but you have. Go.
I did one of my videos that I did with Adam at Carnivore today 6 months ago. He did a short out of, and well, I did 5 shorts out of it actually, but when it popped up, I was like, geez, look at that fat face in there. And that was from 6 months ago. And that was actually an eye opener for me because I didn't lose any weight in that 6 months. I was stalled all winter on weight, but then I saw the face change and I was like, oh boy. But I don't know. We're all kind of like just beat up, right, mentally that way. When the scale's not moving, we get stuck too much on it, and we don't see the changes in ourselves ever. You got to see those before and afters to see it. But but it was crazy because obviously it's very clear to see. And if I was using the big part of my brain ever to make a logical decision, I would know that I'm getting stronger. So of course I'm putting on muscle, and of course that weighs more than the fat that I'm burning.
Right.
But otherwise I was just getting in my head about it because I want things to move quicker because we're all impatient, and it didn't, and I didn't see it until I saw that clip, and it looked like my neck was trying to eat my face. So, and now it's way different. So I was like, all right, that was one of the things that why I don't even know what I weigh right now exactly. I stopped weighing. I don't care. I fast when I feel like I can fast well.
Right.
And when it's been cold and I've been hungry, I just eat. I've been doing the only thing I'm paying attention to right now is I'm trying to eat more eggs for the testosterone. I'm trying to always keep a 2-to-1 fat to protein ratio, and I'm substituting with tallow, and I'm taking my iodine because those are the things. And I've been better at getting to bed before 11. And if I can do those 4 things, I feel better. And I know if I'm feeling good, the weight's gonna come off, eventually. So that's all I'm focused on. But Lindy, we all see Lindy and Michael. They
look at Lindy. Look at her.
Yep. Yeah, I mean that's obvious. I've been watching you guys shrink for weeks now, and and it's funny. Isn't it funny how Lindy can see it in me and you, and she can't see it in herself, and
Right.
I can see it in you too, but
we never see it. You never see it in ourselves because we see ourselves daily.
Mm-hmm.
It's you never do. It's you see it in everybody else, especially when you haven't seen them in a while. Yeah, you notice all the changes.
Yeah, for sure. See that right there?
Look at that.
Yeah, that photo hit me when I saw it on the article.
Post that link in chat, guys. Post that interview in chat. I can't do it.
Okay. Do you have that link, Lindy, or should I go find it?
Yeah, there we go.
Well, yeah, I mean that's you're one, you're less than half of the other person, and 2, you're completely
less than a third.
Right, less than a third.
Yeah, she's now unrecognizable. That was spot on. Yeah, so yeah,
it's awesome
for sure.
Yeah,
that's crazy difference. Like quite honestly, if you showed me 2 pictures, those 2 pictures I wouldn't have guessed as the same person.
No, I would say photoshopped.
Yep. For sure.
I have to go read the comments. So there are a few people in there. Most of them are very positive, but there's always somebody.
Yeah.
Isn't there?
Oh, that's awesome, Susan. I can't wait to see you in there.
If we were meant to eat processed foods, humans would have died a long time ago, since processed foods are fairly recent in the scheme of things.
Right. Doesn't it just make your blood boil when people say you shouldn't be encouraging people to eat meat? That hasn't been tested yet. And I'm like, oh, it hasn't. I'm pretty sure it's been the most, the longest food test that's ever been, been played out is meat. You know what hasn't been tested? It's Taco Bell, Pop Tarts, Frosted Flakes.
Yeah.
That's the stuff we don't know what it's going to do, and now we see it, and it's hideous. It's terrible. People are crazy.
Todd, as long as you're in Austin, run by and visit us. We're only 400 miles away.
Charlie, we might just do that if we got time and we got a car. Maybe me and Lindy will swing through there and say hi for sure. We might do that. I'm crazy enough. I've done crazier things. I drove.
Yes.
That's a fact. I drove one night. This was back in my gambling days, but one night I was leaving the shop early, and I pulled out of the shop, and I got to the road, and it was one of these things where I had a 3-day weekend, and I hadn't made any plans, and the day was over, and I pulled out on the road to go to town. And if I turned right, I was going to town for 20 minutes. If I turned left, I was going to Vegas, which was 13 hours away. And I didn't make a choice until right then when I pulled up on the road and I turned left and went to Vegas. I had not thought about it literally until I got to the intersection. And it never crossed my mind until I got to the intersection. I was like, I got 3 days off. I was just going to go to town like I always did. And I was like, could go to town. And then I looked left and I was like, or I can go to Vegas. I didn't even pack or anything. I just took what I was wearing. I was like, I'm out of here. I drove all night. It was funny. Funny time. There we go.
Yeah, true.
That is a fact. That is a fact.
Thanks, Christy.
It is day and night difference,
Thanks, Jamie.
Huge.
She does.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Oh.
You're gonna have to get in line, Brett.
Charge him, Lindy.
You should.
Yeah, do you reckon?
We're gonna call it the schnoz diet.
Oh, the bird likes to sit on my nose, so yeah, I don't think he agrees.
Uses it as a perch, huh?
He does, yeah.
Right.
Thanks,
That's
Sherry.
Right. Yeah, no joke. Go ask cavemen if they eat meat. I know, it's so stupid. They act like cavemen were out there eating, freaking
it's going to the McDonald's and Wendy's, huh?
Yeah, so or eating all these vegetables. Like, no. They were, yes, there's some foragers, but they were mostly eating meat.
Yeah.
Thanks, Susan. I'm going to need a big hat now. You're going to have one my size, all these comments.
There you go. It happens to me. Yeah, exactly. Never saw an Oreo painted on a cave wall. Exactly.
Right.
It would be funny. That'd be a funny little what do you call them? A little spoof or whatever to make spoof video of like seeing the golden arches drawn on a cave wall.
Right. And the number served really low.
Exactly. Number 3.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
And the McRib would be like a Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah.
That's funny. Brett's planning on hugging everybody. I don't know if we should. I don't know if we should be worried. That's funny. Absolutely.
Thank you.
There's Missy.
Oh,
Strangest.
here we go again.
Yeah, put it in the chat, guys. What is the strangest carnivore food? She asked this the other day in SPG. And when I was in Denver, I had rattlesnake and I had shark. And then, Rocky Mountain oysters. That's not that crazy. Frog legs are really gross. I had frog legs. Those are weird because they cut them off at the butt, but they're still connected at the hip and the legs still move. So that's
Right.
weird.
Hang on, Rocky Mountain oysters are not oysters.
No.
Tell everyone what they are.
How would they be oysters in Rocky Mountains?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why
I
it's
didn't
fine.
know until I saw that on the chat, and I'm like, what? I didn't. Yeah, I'm sure there's other people here that don't know what it is.
Yeah, Rocky Mountain oysters are bull testicles breaded and fried. And I mean, they're delicious. They really are.
I bet anything's good, breaded and fried.
Yeah. Bread and fried bull testicles are tasty for sure.
I bet.
Yeah, I've had alligator that tastes very much like frog legs, actually. So does rattlesnake. Alligator's a little bit different. It's froggy and chickeny and porky all at the same time. Those dang swamp creatures like snakes and lizards and things, they all have that same funky taste.
Well, back when I was young, the family, we went on a trip to Europe, and my father ordered coq au vin, which we thought was chicken. They're like this big. We don't think it was chicken. We think we were eating pigeon or something. I don't know. Is it pigeon? Yeah. So I ate that and I was horrified, thinking, yeah, that was a very small chook. Another thing that we've had, my grandmother was Italian, and she used to make this thing, and I had no idea what it was. We were young. We didn't watch her cook. But she came with this big jar and with a spoon and says, here, have some Nutella. And we're like, oh, cool. So we got the spoon, we popped it in there, we took a bite, and it's like, this is not a Nutella. Apparently it was pig's blood. They make some kind of thing, and like I freaked out when we found out what it was. But she, pulled a trick on us and said it tastes just like Nutella. It wasn't. But yeah, that was disgusting. I would never have it again. Didn't like my grandma after that. Whenever she tried to prank us like that or punk us.
Didn't trust her no more. She lost her trust.
No. Yeah.
That sounds gross.
Sounds real gross. Although she puts cocoa in it and everything. Apparently it's a delicacy, but no, thank you.
No. No, I don't do the blood. Blood stuff, blood sausage, blood pudding, black pudding.
Brains.
Yeah, all that stuff, it's that iron taste. That's why I don't like liver. That whole profile. Ugh, I don't know who does that.
I don't mind liver. I don't mind it.
I don't mind chicken livers. I don't mind cod.
Chicken livers are good. Yeah.
Chicken livers are good. I also like Braunschweiger and liverwurst. I'll eat those.
I do too.
But liver is just, it's got too much of that iron taste.
I don't have a problem with it. I like it. Beef liver.
Yeah. I can't. I don't know. I mean,
I haven't had it in a long time, so I don't know. But I used to always eat it. My mom used to make it.
I'll eat it, but I don't enjoy it ever.
Right. It's not your go-to meal.
No, I'll put it down for the nutrients, but and absolutely, DC. If you ever come to the US, we got to get you some bull balls. Look, it's not a big deal. They taste pretty dang good. I don't know what the big deal is. Have you guys ever had? They're kind of a tougher, drier version of sweetbread. Have you guys ever had veal sweetbread?
Mm-hmm.
It is what is that stuff? It is the thymus gland of the veal of a calf, and the thymus gland. Yeah, and it's super good, but it's got a little gamey taste to it, but it's super good. A lot of Brazilian places will have sweetbread, but it's tasty. Look it up. If you've seen it, you'd be like, I bet that tastes good. It's delicious.
I think I like just my restrictive: eat a steak or a bit of ground beef, maybe a couple of eggs.
Keep it simple. Keep it
simple. I don't want all these organs and funky things.
No, you got to stick with the we got to go with the top 10 greats for now, and then later you can get all exotic and get weird stuff. Like, I'm not going to eat kangaroo if I come to Australia. I
don't eat kangaroo either. I don't eat Skippy. It's very lean. Nah.
Yeah. Nobody wants to eat Skippy.
No Skippy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, some folks actually don't know where their food is originated. They think they shouldn't kill for meat. Just get it at the grocery store. Yeah, some people are that crazy, right? I mean,
Yeah. Where did it come
even-
from? Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Nope. Let's see here. Am I missing any?
I know where my meat comes from. I just don't like to think of it in a
Yeah.
paddock. Like, yeah.
Yeah, Missy dropped this bomb on us the other day.
Dog?
Oh,
Yeah.
did you know? I didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
They
shocking.
pranked you too. It was probably my nonna.
See, Keith knows what's
I've had cat food on a pizza, and I didn't know. Nobody
Yeah.
knew that was eating it for years.
That is so
So,
gross.
Yeah.
But
So
Keith
whatever's
knows,
in cat food.
Keith is sweetbread a thing in New Zealand as well? Because I know it is in Brazilian or in Brazil. But is New Zealand do sweetbread quite often?
So what part of is that a cow or what's sweetbread?
Yeah,
Veal.
it's the thymus gland of a young cow, veal.
Oh,
Okay. Thymus,
Yeah.
where's that?
I don't know where it's at in the cow, but I know that it's the thymus gland, and when you cook it, it looks like a fatty white meat. Yeah, let me see if I can pull it up. One momento.
Sanders had kangaroo and emu.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, Sandra's had sweetbread, so pancreas. It's part of the brain, is it? Sweetbread's part of the brain.
Might be. I thought if that's where the thymus gland is, I don't know if the thymus is in the brain or not. Kind of looks brainy.
Could be.
Mm.
I never heard of it before.
This sweetbread's recipe.
All right, let's see if I can present, share screen, and play.
Is a bit of a labor of love, but well worth it. First, I poach them, and then I rest the cooking with an ice bath. I lay them onto a plate, and I cover that plate with a weight, and I put it in my fridge overnight. The next day, I have my pressed sweetbreads, and they're ready to fry. So I season them. Optionally, you can bread them with some flour, and then I fry them for about 3 minutes per side. After that, I move them to a 350-degree oven, and I bake them for another 15 minutes. Halfway through baking, I'll flip them over and then return them to the oven. In the meantime, I prepare some greens, and I serve over these greens, and of course, enjoy them while they're warm. This sweetbreads recipe is a bit of a
Let's see if there's another one.
If you've been looking for the easiest, most delicious, fluffiest sweetbread,
Whoa, that was loud. But this is kind of what it looks like raw right here.
Yeah, I don't think it's from the brain then.
I don't think so either, but I mean, this is some sweetbread. See how awesome this looks here? That is so tasty. You guys see that?
Oh, I'm sure it's good.
Yeah, it's super good.
Yeah.
I quite enjoy it.
I don't know if I'd eat it, but maybe.
Yeah, if I
Maybe
knew
a
what it
little hot
was,
sauce.
well, I wouldn't have it. But if someone stuck it on a plate and I didn't know what it was,
You would like it. It's very fatty, tender, juicy.
I'm going to be very cautious in Texas on what you sneak on my plate.
I was just going to say.
You don't have to
try
do
this.
You like
This is
a
great.
pork.
I'm not gonna. There's too many things that I want to eat. That like I don't want to. There, in Texas, I don't want to mess around with any stupid stuff. There's too many good foods that I want to eat in Texas to mess around with.
And the last thing you want to eat something that gets you sick or something. And,
Right.
No thanks. Yeah.
Let's see here.
So it's apparently a gland from a sheep.
Gland from. I thought veal isn't veal beef.
Yeah, veal's beef.
Yeah, and it's veal sweetbread. Is what I've always
Maybe.
Well, I'm sure other animals have it as well.
Yeah, I'm sure. Maybe in different cultures that could be totally true.
Right. They're going to eat whatever is available.
Yeah. Let's see. question on cravings: will it stop or something? What is it? Will it stop or something to learn to live with? I'm late on joining, so I'm not sure if you've addressed that tonight. Only a couple of days into this round of carnivore. Yeah, it does stop for sure.
It does, and it's so freeing when it does.
You just got to keep eating meat. If you've got a craving, eat meat. Eat your carnivore foods and just go past it. Yeah, eventually it will stop. That's the food freedom that we all experience now. It's just your body's reaching out for nourishment. So,
yeah. Howdy, Carnivore Scott. Everybody go
there
check
he
out
is.
Carnivore Scott.
Hi, Scott.
You got our sweetbread from the top of the lamb's heart. I got you.
Oh.
So maybe there's
his is something different. So
that's awesome though. Howdy, Scott. Let's see. No, not scanning from the sheep. I got you. Huh. I've only. I know. I'm sitting here thinking. I've only known it as veal sweetbread, being the famous client of a young beef cow. So I don't know. It seems like it means different things that for different cultures.
From right. Yeah.
Oh, it is the center of the brain if it's the thymus. Well, that's definitely what it is. It's the thymus. So it might be.
It could be.
Or maybe in New Zealand do it differently.
Yeah.
Different countries.
Everybody does.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Subadult. Yep, that makes sense.
Oh, that's Michael again.
No, I'm here. I got to stand up. My legs are killing me.
Yeah, no worries.
Thymus or pancreas from endodermal. Yep.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was looking at that earlier. I'm in my own head first. I got stuck in my own head. I forgot where I was at. Yeah, absolutely. And Carnivore Scott, Michael's melting in front of us, near as I can tell.
Oh, he's on another fast. How many days is it now, Michael?
Over 7 now. Tomorrow will be 8.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, it's a machine.
And I've dropped what did I say? 20 some pounds.
Yeah, it's a machine.
Awesome.
How long I'm going for, I don't know.
There's lots of shopping out there. Just had beef heart, sweetbreads, also eel, squid, and gator. Wow.
Never had eel, or I think I had squid, but I think I was definitely allergic to it. Something was in a seafood quesadilla that tried to kill me, and I'm pretty sure it was the squid.
Oh, I love calamari.
Calamari's good, yeah.
Yeah, I love calamari. I haven't had the others though.
Yeah, exactly. Rebecca Heishman's always talking about eating sweetbread, says it's amazing. I think it's amazing for sure. Oh, wow. I found out I could find local or primal cuts of meat at a local army commissary for $7.99 a pound for ribeye. That's awesome.
I can see a bit of few frog legs in here. Has anyone had snails? The escargot.
No, I haven't.
Eaten them, but
no.
To me, it's like snot.
I still haven't had sushi, so.
You haven't had sushi?
No, I never had it.
Good.
I'm sure I'd like it. I want to try it someday. That's on my list of something to try.
Yeah, we gotta go have sushimi at the very least.
Yeah,
sushimi,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love sashimi.
The problem is, I would eat more sushimi, but I would need another job.
Right, to afford it. Yeah.
Oh man. I'll eat $150 worth of sushimi every time I eat it. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, my daughter, we've got a sashimi place around the corner from the shop, and she's like, "Oh, would you like some sashimi, Mum?" And I'm like, "No, because for $20 you get these 5 little. I need
Pieces.
like, yeah, they're
Right.
tiny.
And think of
Doesn't
how much
even.
beef you can get for that. Yeah.
Yeah. So every time she asks, I'm like, "No, it's okay. I don't want to spend that much on my food.
Mm-hmm.
It's not worth it, but I love it." Mm. Yeah. He's killing it with his fasts.
He is killing it. Let's see here.
Did you want to open up for half an hour?
Oh yeah, we could do that. I was just making sure I got everything. Did I get everything? All right. We're gonna let's do that. Let's invite, copy, paste. Here's the link if anybody wants to hop in and say howdy or promote something. Or any of that fine stuff. I was just making sure I'm not missing anything.
So Brett's thinking of doing another fast before Austin.
Yep. Now's the time.
Well, sort of. I was thinking about it too, but I don't. Sometimes long fast for me, the re-entry, like I'm gonna keep doing my 84-hour fast, but I was thinking about doing like a 2-week or a 3-week fast, and then I was like, man, I don't want to be re-entering.
Right. Coming
Like,
back off of it now.
yeah, because I don't want to be on the plane and have like
Yeah.
some issues.
Right. I'll just stop it before, like 5 days before.
Right. Well, yeah, that's true. I could.
Well, I'm going to fast through the flight. I don't want to be eating
Right.
any plane food because last time I was on a plane many years ago, I got food poisoning.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Well, yeah, and there's nothing to eat on the plane anyhow.
No. Yeah.
But see, that's literally why I was thinking I'm not drinking plain water.
Right.
I guess it's bottled anyhow.
Unless it's bottled, yeah.
Yeah. So that would be fine. But I was like, I'm gonna get Perrier or San Pellegrino on the plane. And
just
I'm gonna
make some homemade jerky and bring a bag like Brett does. That's all you gotta do.
I should. My carry-on will be a bag of ribeye.
Yeah. Are you allowed to? Because when I went on the cruise, we weren't even allowed to take a bottle of water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
some places
confiscated
don't.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've definitely
You have to
taken drinks on planes and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't think I can take anything on the plane because it's overseas travel.
That would be pretty funny to take out a raw ribeye out of a Ziploc bag and start eating it on the plane. Like, especially, I'd get some looks. That'd be pretty funny.
There you go, Carnivore. Jump in.
Yeah, hop on in. Just click the link right there.
Click the link and come and say hi. You can have your camera off. You don't need to have it on if you're shy.
We don't bite.
Oh, getting ready to eat. You can eat on camera. We'll see what you're eating. See if it tastes good.
Yeah. Todd eats online all the time, especially when Michael's fasting.
I'll just walk away from. I'm just gonna walk away from the screen.
There's his eggs.
Yeah, this is my omelet that I didn't finish.
Man, looks good, man.
It is good. I'm gonna warm it up later.
There you go. Carnivore Candy and Todd can eat online for us, and we can all sit and watch.
There we go. Let's see here. Cod liver isn't bad if seared in butter and texture is very soft. Yeah, I've never cooked it. I just eat it out of the can and I just take it down and yeah, it's like pudding. There we go. Yeah, what would be for all of you in Austin, what would be like the top 3 things that we should see when we're there if you from a local's perspective?
I know you don't want to do it, but I hear the bats are pretty good.
Oh, the bats.
Yeah, I've seen bats. We have bats here.
Yeah,
Like,
I see them too. I was attacked by them.
yeah, basically a tomahawk with a long bone. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, they're just flying rats, right? So, and they're dirty. And after watching that thing on the photographers, there's like that bat cave somewhere, and they were like a million bats fly out of it every night. And
Right. That's cool.
Yeah, and the two photographers laid on the ground to take pictures straight up of the bats, and then they got shit on, and then they both died 3 days later because they got some nasty virus, and it killed both of them. And so now I'm like, yeah.
Why would you want to put up with that?
Yeah.
No, thank you. No, I don't want to go through that. I got enough problems as it is. Yes, they are, and that's why I had to get up and walk away. My back was locking up on me. I'm not used to sitting like this.
Oh, hi,
Hey,
Shelley. How are
Hi,
you?
Shelley. How are you?
Yeah. Oh, and there's
How's
DC.
it going? Haven't seen you for a
Hey,
while.
guys.
Howdy, howdy.
How you doing, DC?
Yeah,
Good to
Shelly
see
and
You guys
DC.
hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you good.
The Aussies are in the house.
Oh, Shelley's from Australia as well?
Shelley's from Melbourne. Yes, we're planning to meet up very
Uh-oh.
soon.
Todd,
Yeah.
it's an Australian takeover, Todd.
And DC's up in Queensland, so yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm still carnivore, but I'm struggling with the carbs. I just can't seem to get rid of them. So
How long you been carnivore?
Since last June. So
So you almost a year, about the same time as me. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just I don't know, seem to have struggled all along. So
Just
yeah.
get rid of them. You have to push through it and not have any at all and get them out of your system. It's going to take some time, and it's not going to be easy, believe me, but you can do it.
I know. It's just I've got a son with special needs, and he only eats carbs, and it just makes it really hard.
Yeah, because they're always in the house. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, but he won't eat anything else. So, like, if I got rid of the carbs, he would starve, basically.
Right.
So, yeah, it's a bit tough. But, yeah, so I sort of managed it for a few days, and then I just find myself dipping into things again.
Going back to it. Right.
Yeah. But I'm still, you know, I'd say 80-90% most of the time.
That's good.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That reminds me of I just put up a meme about something like this yesterday. Actually, remind yourself what you have been through and what you have had the strength to endure.
Right.
When you get tough times, like actually, I've just finished a fast. I just did a 2-day fast myself because last week I just got to the point I just didn't feel like eating. But my first day of my fast, my wife's cooking a beef curry and banana cake muffins. And I'm thinking, God damn it. Yeah. So, I mean, she's not carnivore. She's meat-based, but she's not carnivore. So, I mean, I don't eat that stuff usually anyway. But, you know, the whole house smells great.
Oh, I bet.
You're going through your fasting and you're thinking,
you can't. No.
Literally, like I was literally drooling. Like,
right.
You know, and you just got to remind yourself why you're doing it. You know, like think about what you've been through already. And remind yourself that, you know, you've gone through worse, like you can get through this, you know. It's just a craving, you know. It means nothing really, does it?
Yeah.
You know, it does pass.
Well, and I think when you understand that we're being drugged, we're being attacked, we are being poisoned, and when we do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think, you know, because literally right now my mom's off the wagon and she's basically throwing a fit and saying she's going to eat what she wants to eat. So you know, if I go in the kitchen right now, there's, you know, a dozen chocolate covered cake donuts in there and there's just crap all over the kitchen. And literally when I see it now, like something inside of me is broke. It does not tempt me, it makes me mad. I see it,
Right.
and I see something.
You see the little skull and bones on it like a poison label.
Right. Well, I
Yeah, it
also,
makes you sick to look at
even
it.
more
Yeah.
than that, I see something that's killing my family when I see that. Right. I see something that's attacking my family, that attacked me. Like it looks like an enemy, an intruder to me. It looks like a threat to me when I see it. And so, yeah, I've been very blessed that I do not have any craving problems. I just don't. I'm not even close to having it. Like when I see it, there's nothing clicks over. I think something broke, something snapped inside when I was so sick. And I just, like, I don't care, like this, it's just so real now and so obvious that this is propaganda they're using to kill us. And, I don't want to support it. I hate seeing it in the house because that meant that we gave some sugar company our money, some giant company that's using it against us, playing us for idiots,
That's a good point there too, Todd. Like, you keep feeding the same people that are poisoning you. You're buying your own poison.
They are. Yep.
And like this is what I keep saying. Like, yeah, I mean, I know, like even carnivores, like they even say, like, oh, if you go to these, drive-throughs, you can just order these beef patties, and whether they're beef or not is another argument. The fact is, you just don't want to give these people your money.
Oh,
You're paying for your own poison. You're supporting the people that are trying to kill you.
Right. Like pick one of the trolls that are in your comments or some person that you can't stand in your life that's fighting against you and just a miserable person. Would you go give that person every day your money?
That's right. Would you give them your money and say, can you come and do this again tomorrow?
Right.
Yeah.
It's like when you understand that we are at war, we're fighting, right? We're
Absolutely.
in a fight. We got to stop handing our wallet to the guy that's trying to attack us, right?
Yeah, and the only way you're going to win this war is one, like stay healthy. So even if you're not carnivore, grow your own food. Make sure it's all clean food all the time. And two is to use your vote with your dollar. Like don't give your money to these people. When they go broke, everything else just falls apart. Like I mean, especially like on YouTube, you can't talk about this stuff too much, but there's no, as long as people get healthy, everything else will break down afterwards. Like they stop paying the money to farmer and these processed food corporations, and they all collapse anyway. That's down the line.
Right. I think it's even worse than this, though. I'm not just supporting a drug dealer. I'm supporting somebody that's trying to kill me. Okay. Drug dealers are just trying to make money. They don't care. They'd rather you live so that you keep taking drugs. Right. These people, they're actually trying to control the population. They're trying to dumb us down, and they're trying to make us slaves. So at least your drug dealer doesn't try to throw you in a prison, and they don't try to subdue you. The powers that be that are making us, that are fighting us, are trying to take away our freedom, right? Yeah. That's their ultimate goal, is to make us subservient to the system, which
that's right. Well, that's why they want us in these 15-minute cities. They want us stopped inside. They don't want us moving about, because a controlled population is easy to keep track of.
Right.
And when you're inside, you're sick all the time. You're depressed all the time.
Right. You're not causing trouble.
That's right. Plus, being inside too long is going to make you sick anyway, because it disrupts your body clock, your hormones, and everything like that. You're not getting red light, natural light therapy that you're supposed to get from the sun. You're not getting. Plus, you're looking at screens all day, which also affects your hormones and everything else, like blue light.
Yep.
And so you're getting sicker and sicker, and you, of course, when you don't move, you don't feel the chains that are keeping you in slavery.
Right.
That's the thing with the population. And of course, everyone has that lazy streak in them as well. Like I'd love to stay in bed, and but especially it's getting cool now here in Australia. So like a nice warm bed. Like no one wants to get up early in the morning. Get out of that warm bed. And you'd love to just stay in bed all day and stick on the computer or watch TV. But I mean, how long can you do that for? You know?
Right. Absolutely. And the thing is that's an easy, it's easy downward spiral to get in when you're feeling sick and you're low on energy and feeling a little weak
Yeah,
and you're a
sure.
little bit mentally strained because you're not eating right. And then that stuff spirals in a big hurry and they wear you out. You get wore
Oh,
out.
dude. Mhm.
Yeah.
Not moving is also very depressing as well. Like even if even if you only do it for like a day or two, your mood starts you start getting depressed by
You
just not moving.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah, and that's all part of getting ketones to the brain, your lymphatic system, and not getting that sun therapy as well, grounding. It really plays a big role in your moods.
It does. Yep.
Yeah.
No, it absolutely does. And it's just I don't know, it's just incredible seeing it unfold right now. The biggest thing is where I think our job is to mostly just wake people up if we really want to do this. People got to get woke up to what's happening to them.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
Once people see what's happening to them, they try it for themselves. But we can only do it by example. We can't. We're like people don't. We can't.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult too. I was watching back Katie just yesterday, and he was bitch slapping. Was it salad boy? Poor Saladino. And because the guy he's a psychiatrist. Like he doesn't know that much about nutrition, and he certainly knows nothing about the way the body works. And when it comes to things like the Randall cycle, he's just got no clue. And yet, he's giving the world advice on nutrition. Because he's a doctor, and we're all trained. We're all sort of indoctrinated to believe that all know what they're talking about.
Right.
It doesn't matter the fact that he's a psychiatrist. But like he has like almost like 1 million subscribers, and it's not so much like him that needs the bitch slap. It's the 1 million subscribers, like they need to wake up. And it's a very big job to wake people up. And like you said, all we can do is just show them what works for us.
Right. Yeah, that's all that I can see, because you can talk to them till they're blue in the face, and unfortunately, they listen to the white coats because they believe that those people are little demigods. And they're the arbiters of the science. They're the gatekeepers of the science, And
it's not even just the white coats either, though. Like some absolute, like, excuse the French, absolute dumbasses that people listen to it. Some, like Lindy sent me a link to some woman in Queensland here that they're she calls them frugivores because all they eat is fruit.
Mm-hmm.
They're absolute nutters. And like she literally has a video saying that, okay, fat is called fat because it makes you fat. It's already in the fat state. So, as soon as you eat it, it stores its fat. That's literally the video. Like it lasts like 2 minutes. What an idiot. I mean, she has no clue. She has if you go, I had a look at her qualifications. Right? I mean, her qualifications are so thin. She's got a 12-month course in fitness. That's it. And she even put all the, like when you do like TAFE courses and things, like you have transcripts. So she's got all the transcripts to try and thicken up the resume a bit. And down the bottom, she's got employee of the month at McDonald's. I'm like, you gotta be kidding.
Right.
She's got like 50,000 subs. I'm like,
she attacked us on this.
Unreal.
She was attacking us on the Shaun of Steel episode that we did. She was one of
most of her channel is like just attacking fat people, saying like they're fat because they eat too much fat. That's her. Right. That's basically her channel. She's an absolute lunatic.
That she was in here, and you know what's funny, right? Is because she was coming on Corked on us on our Shaun of Steel episode, like Lindy was saying. And what's funny is she's sitting here touting all this touting all these accolades and whatever. And I'm like, these are not the flexes you think that they are. All right. The doctors and the nurses and the professionals have had the football for 70 plus years, and you guys have ran the world's healthcare system into the ground. Nobody gets healthier under what you guys are doing. That I'm sitting here living proof that what I'm doing works. At least for me, I'm at least a positive N=1 case right in front of you that you cannot dispute. Okay, Lindy's another one. Michael's another one. You guys are another one. DC, you're another one. But what I guarantee you is I'm not hurting anybody by telling them that meat is healthy. But these so-called nurses and professionals,
right?
I guarantee they've hurt people by putting drugs in them. I guarantee you that those nurses that have went and gave vaccines and shit have actually hurt people, like if not killed people. And
that's the thing. They can pretend all they want that during the last few years that they were heroes, but they were not. They were complicit in a crime against humanity. That's it. Right. That's it. And the BS excuse that I was just doing my job, that's not going to cut it this time around. It's absolute bullshit. And I mean, like I said, I say this to people all the time. It's like they didn't care what was in these injections. They just gave them out like they were candy because they were getting paid to, and because like what you saw was not a pandemic either. It was a response to a pandemic, but they were not. The only people that died in hospital. No one died at home. Did you notice that? Not one person died at home in their house. Not one person died on the street. Utter bullshit. And people just think, all they did was shift the numbers from the flu over to here, and so all of a sudden for 3 years, no one died from the flu. They all died from
And if you look at the numbers, they're exactly the same as the flu.
Exactly.
Right. They didn't start. Mama Cracker, I want to let you know that I would let you in, but it says you have to connect a device, and we can't let you. It says when I go to click on you that you need to connect at least a microphone to be brought up on stage. So you need to click under settings and go to your audio settings.
Go back out and come in again, and then check to make sure you get a microphone.
This is the second time she's come in, but before you come in, you got to go to your audio video settings and set up your.
And then look at the little bar to make sure you talk into it and make sure it goes up.
Yep, because it won't let you let you do anything. Yep, but
Sorry, I was going to say, have any of you seen?
There you go. Now we got you.
Yeah.
Shelley, go ahead.
John Campbell.
Every time I hit audio or mic or whatever, it just says okay, and then it says now join without mic or cam. I'm like, but that's not what I said.
1 second, Mama. What were you saying, Shelley?
There's a guy on YouTube. His name's Dr. John Campbell. He's a UK. And he was a director.
Yeah, he's good.
I watched him all the time.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
And it was funny to watch him change through the whole process. His thinking. He even saw it, and he's been in the medical field for how many years?
Yeah, there's people out there, but there's often those are in the system. They're just not aware, and it's a system. Because I was a nurse 30 years ago, so
there were a lot that spoke up. There were quite a lot. They are heroes, all right. But not these tosspots that were in the hospitals doing bloody musical numbers during a so-called emergency, where they're overflowing with people.
It comes down to what you believe, and people, some people believed what they were being told, and so to actually go against that and question that, it's not easy. But
you have to, in the world we live in today, you have to question things that you're told. You can't go along with what they're pushing.
But this is the same as these vegan pusher influencer doctors. That a lot of these people today, like these nutritional sort of influencers, they get their degrees, by either Cracker Jack box or even going to college, But basically, it's the stepping stone for a social media career. You know, like Paul Saladino is the same. You know, look at Gregor and the rest of these, you know, Barnard and all the rest of them. They spend all their time on. They've never seen a patient in their life. You know,
Right.
they're pushing, you know, veganism, and whether they know it's bad or not, I don't think they know it's bad. I think they do think it's healthy because look at them; they look ridiculous. But you know, they also virtue signal a lot too. Like Gregor, he says like all his money from books goes to his charity, like his charity. And I'm going to tell you, like when it comes to celebrity charities, okay, it is a tax evasion. Basically,
Yeah,
like,
right,
you know,
right.
and this goes on all over the place. And his charity in particular, like in the last couple of years, the most they have spent is 2 cents in each dollar on actual charity.
That comes in. Wow.
Right? 2 cents. All right. So that's a lot cheaper than paying taxes on your books, isn't it?
Oh, for sure.
You know,
Yep,
so
and-
there's bullshit virtue signaling saying like, oh, all my money goes to charity. Yeah, his charity.
That makes the Clinton charity seem like generous.
Right, that's right. I mean, Bono
they
is
give
the
away
same, you know,
5%. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bono is the same. Like, I think like there was actually a news article about this a few years back. He only spent like 1.5% on actual charity. He literally spent his charity literally spent more money on presents for media to give him a favorable article.
Push. Right, exactly. To push push him so you can get more people. Unreal.
Right.
That's right.
And this is what I do. This is why I think it's all, you know, doctors, nurses, people in the medical field, first responders, they all go into it for, 90% of them go into it for the right
To help
reason.
people.
To help people, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, but healthcare organization is a swamp. It's corrupt, right?
They're for the money. That's all they care about.
Yeah, the system's designed by corrupt dollars, by Vanguard, by BlackRock, by that money. Though that money controls them, and they craft the epidemiology studies that build the medical system that everybody's trained in, and they are trained to not question their training because it's the settled science, and then to push drugs. They're drug dealers.
Yeah, that's
right.
Well, I interviewed Dr. Robert Lufkin last week, and he wrote the book Lies I Taught in Medical School, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of his favorite quotes was from like the late 1800s, a medical school professor. He said, 50% of what you've just learned will be proven wrong within the next couple of years, and the trouble is we don't know which 50% is right or wrong, and nothing's changed.
Absolutely. I'd say it probably has changed that it's worse. I think now, I think that some of what they think is right and they're doing it for the right reasons, 50% of that's going to be wrong. But I think there's probably 75% of what's being taught they know it's wrong, but it's money. There has a money agenda and no longer has a.
When you think about doctors who've gone through medical school and paid all that money to do that, and then they get out there and they're in the field and they've got these guidelines they've got to follow, and if they don't follow the guidelines, they're going to get struck off. So
there's that too. That's a big problem here in Australia. It's very difficult. You look at Gary Fettke, what he went through because he was actually curing patients for diabetes. And they took him to court. Like he almost lost his license. He, very expensive court battles. And that's what happens when you live in a pretty much communist socialist country. You get crushed. Like they literally stomp on you.
Pretty socialist communist world.
Yeah. But Australia is like. Pretty much, that Gates said it himself in the last couple of years. Gates is, he said Australia is the picture perfect sort of response to what the response, the con job was. So it's a lot of shit. There is so much that has to change, and it has to be from us. It has to be a grassroots thing. It has to be a people thing because we have the numbers. And like I said, like the best way to win this war is to stay healthy, get healthy, stay healthy, grow your own food if you can, and vote with your dollar.
Yep.
Absolutely. For sure. We just have to, and I think it's just information. We got to, we got to start teaching people how to think again and how to, and show by example how to just back up and take a look at it. Just like you said, that like your point where, people weren't dying at home from COVID. People didn't start dying at home from COVID until they got vaccinated. When they got vaccinated, they started dying at home.
Well, that's what I mean. No one died at home.
No.
Yeah, they all died in hospital.
Yeah, right. Exactly. When you just start looking at that, when you start looking at that, the number one killer amongst cardiologists is heart disease. When you start looking at that, the number 3 leading cause of death.
It's become number 1 like recently too because of the jab too. Like that was the only death. Like it looked all the sudden heart attacks, since the jab came out.
Yep.
Fear.
Yeah, young athletes, people all over the place, people on doing live streams and things like that. It's crazy. And still people keep getting the next one. They keep getting the next one, and like they're not questioning it yet. Like seriously, what the hell are you thinking?
Yeah, I know, and that's why I think if we can, I think people are distracted. They're dumbed down. They're distracted. They're a little wore out and sick, and they're not paying attention. But if we just keep making the point that you don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand that we are in much worse physical and metabolic shape than we were 70 years ago. That the drugs aren't helping. It's making addicts out of everybody. And that this is not the proper human diet. And that if cutting out calories and restricting, animal fats and eating more vegetables, if that was the key, why isn't it working? It's not working.
It hasn't even been that long, really. Like in the 70s, like you could go to an Australian or American beach, and everyone was fit, slim, healthy. Right. Like if they saw someone like even your size, Todd, if they saw someone your size at the beach back then, they'd try and push you back in the water.
For sure. For sure. I know. Absolutely.
But now that's the average. It's the average. Like I could go to the beach now and I'm like, geez, this job's too big for me. Like it's crazy.
Oh, it is. And that's what I'm trying to warn people is people look at, hear me and Lindy and Michael's stories and they go, how could you ever get to that size? And it's like, well, you better get used to it because we don't change something. And I mean, right
that's
now
what's coming.
Yeah. The majority is going to
coming to you or your generations, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's like, we spent when we spoke, our interview, like it's like watching that movie WALL-E.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they want.
Yeah.
They want that's what they want us all to be like that. And that's why they're pushing all this.
Because you're dependent,
Hey, my headset's about ready to die, so if I cut out, I already lost one earbud. I'm about ready to lose another one.
We got to go pretty quick anyhow because Lindy's got another live after this because she's in demand.
Shit.
I gotta go, guys.
I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in, Shelly.
Oh, man, I popped on just to even it out.
I was gonna say, how are you doing, Mama Cracker? We haven't heard from you in a while.
I'm doing really good. I did want to tell you about my Easter episode, though.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Easter, I ate my beef, before I went off to the family meal because ham, yuck. So, all right, I figured I'll do okay. And then we didn't eat till like 3:00, and I ate early in the morning. Didn't eat there till 3:00, and then I'm like, I'm getting hungry. I said, well, I knew I was going to eat my 93-year-old aunt's dessert because she's 93 years old. So I knew I was going to eat that. No big deal. But then I thought, I'm hungry, or I'm going to have a little bit of my sister's potato salad. I'm going to have a little bit of my brother's homemade salsa. And then I made beans for everybody because I'm a carnivore, but I'm not telling them what to eat. But they wanted the beans with bacon and vinegar in it.
Yeah.
And so I ate a little bit of that. I ate that. Okay. I ate the dessert, ate that. I'm like, this is pretty good. but okay, you know.
Mhm.
Next day I woke up, I was full body hives, except for my hands, my head, and my feet. Everything else was hives. I was itching, itch. I itched for 2 weeks. I bloodied myself and everything. I made, I never had a fever or anything like that. I Google symptoms. I don't Google doctor advice, but I Google symptoms just to see what it could be. Nah, everything's doing good, but itch. And it finally just went down. It looked like chicken pox or something.
Wow.
So my legs were bloody, my arms were bloody, and the one leg that is all messed up because I'm twisted or something, that is still haven't. I think I got cellulitis, and so that's where I am now. So I think I will have to go to a doctor. I don't want to go to a doctor.
You're gonna need. Is it hot to the touch?
Oh no, it's not actually. Actually, on this leg, it's my left leg. I haven't seen the left side of my left leg for 20 years because I can't see it. I have to put a band on my foot and actually get my leg up here, way up here to. But anyway, it's not hot to touch or anything. But
then I don't think it's. How long has it been now?
Well, Easter.
Okay.
Well, no,
I don't think it's cellulitis. If it was cellulitis, you would have a fever, and your leg would be all really red and hot to the touch.
It is red, but it's not hot to touch.
Okay.
But I had cellulitis
no
before, and it kind of feels like it. And I don't remember having no fever.
Okay. It's not cellulitis.
Well, then it's just me
a rash
not moving it enough
from it. Yeah.
Yeah, like an infection or something. But it's not hot to touch, like you said.
Yeah.
But I just wash it. Put I can't do what are those compression stockings or anything that just drives me up. Well, plus it also just has a little bit of leakage. Like, I looked at it. I put my phone down there and I video it and see what it looks like.
Keep it clean, as clean as possible.
Sunlight too would help.
Do what?
Try and give it some sunlight too.
Yeah, and I thought about that. But then, I don't want to scare my neighbors away. No.
Okay.
That's why I would only go out at night.
Yeah, at night where the sun is.
Mama, I have shirtless pictures on the internet. It's okay.
Yeah.
They're with you.
Yeah, I did think about sunlight, and I thought about and I put olive oil around the skin, just keep it, not so it doesn't get dry. But other than that, it was and I said, and I asked my aunt, I said, did you make your dessert different? She says, nope. Everything was the same. Everything tasted the same. And I said, well, I bet you it was my sister's health food stuff that she made potato salad with. She probably changed it with her keto crap.
Yep.
So
stay away from things they think are health foods.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They give you cancer, trust me.
I know. I looked I go and I watch her dog once every few months, and I look in her refrigerator. I bring my meat with me, but I look and there's like this new avocado mayonnaise, and there's this new this and this new that. And I'm like, and I look at the ingredients, I'm like, yeah, I don't think so.
I love the damn it, Jim, I'm a carnivore, not a doctor. It reminds me of you ever see Ace Ventura when he did a version of that too? Like, damn it, Jim, I'm a carnivore, not a doctor.
Yeah.
I've got to run. I've got another stream to go to. So love you all, and I'll talk to you next time.
It was good to see you. I can't wait for that live, you guys, because I can't wait to see Lindy sleeping on that live in Texas.
Sounds good. All right. See you guys.
Have fun. Too funny.
But yeah, it is funny. That's going to be fun. We're going to have a big live. We'll start announcing it next week, but Saturday's going to be a big live. We're going to do a good live on Sunday, and then we're probably going to do a little bit of live, maybe. We might do 2 lives on Saturday because we're having the SBG meetup on Saturday morning, and we should probably do a live there too. And then we're definitely doing a big live Saturday night with. It's pretty star-studded cast. I can't believe.
Yeah, it is. I saw that.
Yeah.
So I'll be watching my sister's dog. So I looked at that. I said, "Oh, I can't do it."
Yeah, it's gonna be probably pretty packed at Fogo, anyways. So, but no worries. Well,
I hope someone gets a hold of Joe Rogan, so he comes down to see you guys.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go to his comedy club several times while I'm down there, and I might have to do like the embarrassing football player thing where you go as a fan and you take your shirt off and you wear body paint or whatever.
No, take a before and after picture and put some glitter on it.
Well, what I should do is take a t-shirt or something with my face on his channel, because I was on his channel for a second.
Yeah.
I'm that guy.
I'm that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, eventually. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Plus, I just want to go. I've always wanted to go see that comedy club since he built it a couple of years ago. So it's going to be way good time.
That'd be cool. I'd love to go over there.
Well, you better start. I think we're going to get to see you eventually here, maybe I'm thinking this winter, because it sounds like, well, I don't know. It sounds like Lindy might get filmed for the documentary in Melbourne. So, and I told them if they went to Melbourne, I'd try to come to Melbourne too.
Nice.
Yeah, I might be there this winter, actually.
Oh, cool.
Well, that would be summer there.
You want to get away from the cold, come up here to the north.
Yeah.
Exactly. What I'm worried about is I'll get down there and not go home. I'll be like, it's cold.
A bit warmer up here.
Another 6 months.
For sure. So, yeah, absolutely. But I think we're going to sign off because it's been 3 hours, 13 minutes, 11 seconds.
Yeah. This is always a great live every weekend. So this is nice.
I appreciate it. I think we're gonna start having more and more guests on. We're just we're kind of up against the wall until after Texas, because we're kind of have all of our time taken up getting ready for Texas, and it's coming so fast. We're down to 3 weeks, and we got a lot of things to work out yet, because it snowballed into a lot of stuff going on for those 10 days. So
it's gonna be great.
Yeah, as soon as we're done with that, and right after, then I go from that into fireworks season. And so as soon as I get done selling fireworks, then I'll have more time, which is right after July 4th. So like July 7th, my life gets normal again, and then I can start putting time into this. And then we're going to start getting some guests on here. And I'm hoping I can get Barry to read my blood test results. That's what I want to do, is do a video of Barry on here and have him come on, and so that we can kind of give the middle finger to all the talking heads that's
cool. Great,
that I'm supposed to be a terribly sick person from all this meat that I've been eating. So
yeah, I know. It's like when I read out my blood tests, and I just go through what each one means, and I show these people they're perfect. They're just they've got nothing to say,
They got that cognitive dissonance where it just blanks them out. That's it.
Right. Yeah, they sit there. That's what's been so funny, that I'm kind of I don't know, honored in a way that we're getting enough views to get these professional haters or whatever. I don't know, whatever they are. A bunch of nurses and stuff that think that we're spending. Yeah, exactly. And disinformation or whatever. It was pretty funny. I had a guy tell me that this morning, that because I had a short come out this morning about how anxiety and depression went away when I started eating carnivore. And what was even funny was he called that disinformation. I'm like, how is telling the exact thing that happened to me
exactly
a disinformation? You might not agree with it. It might not make sense to you, but it's anything but disinformation. I was literally there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I had the other day I was talking to Carnivore Soldier on his live, and like three of us, they just had 3 different experiences. And we're just saying, like, what we did, and even like this guy is supposedly a carnivore, and he's saying, "Oh, you guys are wrong. That's wrong." Why? And I'm like, "What are we wrong about? This is what we did. This is what happened. This is how we." What exactly do you think we're wrong about? Just some people are just they're not listening.
No, they're not. They're and I look at it and I go, that's because you've never done anything for your own good in your life, and all the information you give is for other people. If you follow what I tell you, these things will happen. If you eat vegetables like I tell you, then good things will happen to you. But they don't experience them for themselves. And so we're literally telling them what we did with meat. They say disinformation. I'm like, excuse me, I wasn't giving information. I was telling the factual events of what I did and what happened to me. And you can take it how you want, but it's not disinformation. There's nothing inaccurate. Maybe I'm wrong about why it worked or why whatever happened. You could make an argument of how things happened, but you can't argue that it did happen. I literally have 8 months worth of videos watching me do it.
Do the change. Yeah. Do the whole thing.
Right. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's right. Like I've got nearly 10 years of, what I've been doing and showing that it works, try and prove it wrong. Right. I'm still here, And it's same with this, they just have no clue of how the system, how the body works, and people pushing vegetables and whatnot, like they've never heard of the lymphatic system. They don't know what it is. They don't know how it works or what it does. And if you knew that, you would never even dream of eating, filling yourself up with veggies.
For sure.
Absolutely. Well, on the other side of the hand, people tell me, you should go see a doctor, do this, do that. And I'm like, well, and they're like in this chronic pain and chronic illnesses and stuff. And I said, well, how's a doctor helping you? Are you guys doing better? Well, no, but you're going to keep on taking those medicines and eating that food. Right. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, like they can see. It's like they think that what they're doing is the right thing. Like they're sick. They're on medications. They can hardly get themselves up off the chair, sort of thing. And then all of a sudden, like they see you, and you think, "Oh, what you're doing is wrong." How is that?
I don't get it either. I don't get that.
It's crazy.
I just don't get it. Michael, you do look better. Every time you're sitting up, you look a lot better.
I know. Michael's shrinking. He's an incredible shrinking man, right?
The incredible shrinking man.
Oh, for sure. No, we're just saying that, every day. It's like, it is really handy to go back and look at your videos from or pictures from 6 months ago. And then you see it. And it gives you a boost because you're like, this is working. Every time you see it.
Well, when I think about things, like I think about where I was a few years ago, and I think about, Jesus, so I don't myself. I don't think it's any big deal, but coming back from where I was to where I am now, and like I go to the gym and I get a little bit disappointed that I couldn't do something that I wanted to do, and then but my wife will sometimes she'll remind me and think, well, look what you're trying to do now compared to where you were just a few years ago. Like you couldn't even lift your leg off the bed.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
Exactly.
The difference, like, don't be so hard on yourself, like, because you don't see it. It's not a big deal, but when other people are looking at it from their point of view as well, it might be quite a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely, it is, and that's why I even the reason why my videos look different is because I hired a editor dude that's making clips out of stuff, But one thing that I've liked from it is he's finding clips that are resonating with people that I wouldn't have found because he sees just like what you're saying, DC, having an outside perspective look into your story and how they see it, how your story reflects on them is actually quite the deal. Because
see, that's why I don't I don't tend to talk about my story so much on my channel because I just don't think like that. I don't think it's such a big deal. You know, that's why I try and get as many guests on and things like that. And I know some people keep asking me like updates and all this sort of stuff, but I don't know. It just seems to me like it's just a normal thing to be doing.
Right. It feels like it to us now that we're there, but it's to everybody else. It's not. And I mean, also it is, you know, think about this, DC. If you healed off of a drug, what you've healed off of Carnivore, you would be on billboards and pill
Yes,
bottles.
yeah.
Right, exactly.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
Well, that would be free publicity.
Yeah, that's right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You know, if I said like this drug, you know, it's kept me in remission for the last 9.5 years, I'd probably have stories all over the planet.
They're saying, shut up. You're not making me any money.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. And so yeah, I think we just have that whatever blindness of our own change and stuff, and we can see it in other people. I don't know why we're all built that way. Probably because if we were that self-aware, we would be more nervous or something about you know the things
probably
we gotta do.
narcissistic.
Yeah, definitely narcissistic. Absolutely. And so I don't know, it's really interesting, but I love the data that all of our stories are gathering in a group, you know, on a group database now that we're all part of, and it's being recorded and it's out here. They can't change it. They can't, you know, the arguments, you know, fall apart every time they come at us, because you can't pontificate through the results that we're showing. Like, you can't tell all these pie in the sky. No, the book says this. It's like,
They
I don't
can't say
care.
it didn't happen. Yeah, they can't say it didn't happen. And there's thousands of stories. I mean, tens of thousands of stories.
Yep.
That is basically the biggest study done on the planet.
Exactly. Yep.
You know,
it absolutely is, and we're watching it happen in real time. We're right in the middle of it, and I think there's going to be a time in the future where we look back at, you know, all the drugs, you know, this last 50 years basically, and it's gonna be
we're gonna this like, you know, honestly, like in 50, 100 years time from now, people are going to be looking back and say this was the stupid ages.
Yeah,
Exactly. Dark ages, I'll call it.
Dark ages, yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, yeah, I mean, it's Idiocracy. It is the movie Idiocracy playing out. We are
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But right
on the edge.
Yeah, right on the edge. We can bring it back, and that's the hope, right? I think is that everybody's waking up, because when you push people this far, you know, it's like this why I love the Matrix. That's why I've always had the Matrix up there, because what happened when they pushed people too far in the Matrix and it was a bridge too far, people would wake up in their pods, right? It's too much.
There's a lot of people waking up now.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Well, yeah, this overreach we're going through right now is really waking up a lot of people to different things. You know, a lot of people are going to wake up and they're going to see small, they're going to get a glimpse, you know, and it's going to take them a lot longer to wake up. Like, it's not like, I mean, for the last 8 years, I've been, 9.5 years, I've basically been stuck at home, and, I've been getting into the politics sort of thing. So I've had, other platforms and doing all that sort of stuff too. But, it takes a long time for people to come around to the fact that it's not like all these different little conspiracy theories. It's one giant conspiracy that it involves absolutely everything. Your medical, your food, and everything, pharmaceuticals, all sorts of stuff.
But a lot of that is mainly from the higher ups. I don't even want to call them higher ups, but the main people who own all those companies, because all of the office workers, they think they're doing good.
Right.
They're just
know what the company's doing. A lot of them don't even know what their companies are doing.
Right.
Yeah. It's not the staff. It's always the CEOs that are all part of these elitist groups around the world, and it's got nothing to do with gender, age, or like skin color or religion or anything, because they're all part of this network. It sort of loves to put people against each other. you know,
Mhm.
and in the background, they're all in the same group, you know. So
And
it doesn't matter.
It's like, don't take it personal. It's only business.
Yeah, the thing is, it is very bloody personal for us.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I keep saying that I don't have carb cravings anymore, because when I see the carbs, I don't see it as a temptation. I see it as an attack. Right? It's like,
It is. Yeah,
yeah,
it is.
yeah, it's a weapon that is being hurled at us all the
But
time.
the thing is,
And-
too, like a lot of these elitists, like, you know, the people who work for the WHO, or you look at these people in government that are actually part of it, that their knowledge is only segmented as well. A lot of them are just useful idiots. Like, you look at the health ministers around the West, right? They're utterly, you know, ridiculous. Like, they're fat, old, overweight, you know, people that one of them, like you guys in the US, dude thinks he's a woman.
Oh,
Right.
There we went.
Oh,
So,
Michael, he lost his earbuds.
and
Yeah, I
they're
know.
just idiots.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely they are. And
Crazy.
we all know that now. It's like, why would we listen to mentally ill people? And why would we put mentally ill people in charge of our health? Like, you don't put ill people in charge of your health, right?
No. Exactly, man.
Yeah. And that's why I love Jordan Peterson. He's like,
he's brilliant. Yeah.
He's so good. He is so
He's
good.
the best. And it's just like,
I
if we
tell
want
you,
to do something
he's
to heal
one of the people that really sort of helped me a lot through, you know, times where, you know, like I couldn't walk and I couldn't move off the bed, sort of thing. Listening to him really helped me a lot, actually.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I just love, you know, when he, you know, the basic message is so simple, but it's the truth. If we want to change the world, we have to work on ourselves. The best thing we can do for the world is fix ourselves.
You have to take responsibility and work on yourself, and, you know, like, try and build on yourself. You know, like, finding yourself should be your first job, the first thing we should learn in our lives, and then we build on top of that. You know, we try and improve on top of that. You know, be it you learn something or you know, so you work on yourself, like education wise or physically, or just any way you can. Philosophy, music, everything.
Yep,
you know,
for sure.
Try and do as much as you can. You know.
Yeah, and just be able to carry 1% more than your own weight, and then the world is literally.
Be kind to everybody. Well, you know, you and a vegan, be kind to them.
If everybody can carry their own weight plus 1%, there's no sickness, there's no disease, there's no pain, there's no lack, there's no starvation, there's everything. That's literally the idea of a utopia, right? Get everybody to where they can carry their own weight plus 1%. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why and if we do that for ourselves, the people that are sick and that have gone, you know, exhausted all the professional advice that didn't work, and now they're finally paying the piper, and they know, you know, they are at the bottom and they're going to die. They'll look at us. They're not going to look at the doctors anymore, because they've seen the doctors. They're going to look at us, and then hopefully they can make it back, you know, by that time.
I don't think it's ever too late. I mean, you seen where I came back from. You don't get closer to death than that without never coming back. You know, like, there is always a chance for improvement.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we can, you know, we don't have to give up, because, you know, eventually we are going to die, and then it's over anyway. So whatever.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
We can.
But the thing is, though, too, like, I mean, the fact is, I mean, everyone's, I don't know, honestly, I've never been scared of dying, but what does scare me is living for a long time in a state where I can't live. You know, like, it's being stuck in bed for the rest of my life, sort of thing, or needing more treatment, more medications. That's scary. Okay, so it doesn't matter how long you live. What matters is the quality of life you have for that period. You know,
right? And I guess, to your point, the thing that would, I don't care when I die. I'm not scared of it at all. I definitely,
Mm-mm.
I was there. I was at death's doorstep. I made peace with it. I'm a Christian. I believe I know where I'm going.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
Yep. And I'm not worried at all. But what would be terrible is if I lived, I lived as a burden. I don't want to be a burden on other people. I don't want to, that's what I don't want to be,
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And I was a burden to my wife for years, and that's
Yeah, I'm going to say that wasn't a burden. I mean, it was, but it wasn't, because
You'll
that's
never
what.
convince a man that we weren't a burden.
Oh,
When
come
we're sick.
on.
I mean,
Well,
it's
I'm
the case.
saying if it was my husband, I would be there because it wouldn't be a burden. I would want him to get healthy and help him to be healthy.
I would understand that, but every man,
Yeah, I
takes
get you.
care of
I
his own
get
weight,
you. I get
feels
you.
110% as a burden for sure.
Yeah.
Now,
but it's
men feel that
the
way.
thing is,
You know, there's boys.
Yeah.
you do appreciate it. You really do appreciate it afterwards. When you get your health back, it's something you really appreciate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was looking at what John was saying here. It's statistically impossible to do 1,000% better, but it's not at all difficult to do 10% better 100 times.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
Yep. I totally agree. And it's just
exactly one step at a time, even 1% at a time. Okay. Even if it takes, like you said, 1,000 times, you just, that 1% closer,
For sure. But oh boy, I better drop out of here. I just realized Lindy's going live any second, and I still have her. I'm still streaming to her channel right now.
No worries, mate.
All
Well,
right.
that's good chat. Anyway, guys, good catching up. Take care, everyone.
All right. See you guys next time.
See you next
Have a
time.
great day. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.